What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today, and today we have the full trip of the Dallas and Phoenix day trip from February 28th, 2021. I hope you guys are excited for today's video, and with all that being said, let's begin. This video will include all the videos from Dallas and Phoenix day trip and the one huge marathon. Be sure to check for chapters throughout this video if you're looking for a select part of the trip to watch. Be sure to also check out the full Dallas and Phoenix day trip playlist for all these videos individually. This video was put together for anybody who watched the trip in its entirety, but if you've seen all these videos, don't feel obligated to watch this full video, but if you're here for the long haul, I very much appreciate it. With all that being said, we're going to go one by one through every video of this trip. I hope you guys enjoy. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today, and today we have the very first video of my Dallas-Fort Worth and Phoenix Sky Harbor International day trip for you guys from February 28th, 2021. I have been so excited to finally share all of this content with you guys. I really hope you guys are excited as I am. Today we'll be doing the first check-in vlog, if you will. For in-depth explanations about the content that will be coming, it will be detailed in the description of this video, and I'll go into detail at the end. There's also the trip announcement video, which goes into the majority of it, but there has been a few changes, so you can check that video out for the majority of it. But nevertheless, let's get rolling with the first video of the trip. In this video, we'll be checking in at Tulsa International Airport for our flights today, getting in the parking garage, getting into the airport, and all that fun stuff. So let's get it rolling with this first clip.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today. And today we finally will be flying for the first time forever, 14, 15 months, however long it's been. Really hope you guys are excited for today's videos. Today is February 28th, 2021. It is currently 4:19. This is usually not, I usually do not wake up in the middle of the night, but here we are. We're going to be taking it over to Tulsa International Airport as we need to catch our 6 a.m. flight with service out to Dallas-Fort Worth today as AA 1090. That is our Airbus A319 with sharklets. Super excited. This should be the first video. We're going to be going to Tulsa International Airport, checking in and doing all that good stuff, parking in the parking garage, scouting on Tulsa, doing that sort of thing. So I guess a little mini layover, however you want to call that. So nevertheless, super excited to get it going today, guys. Been way too long, so I hope you guys are excited. Probably going to be a lot of narration to this, so I hope you guys are excited for that. And wow, man, it's been forever since we've done something like this, guys. So we do luckily have plenty of masks. That was just one, but I got plenty, so should be in good shape there. And yeah, so all checked in and everything. So all we need to do is take it over to the parking garage, get in there, and then we'll take it into the American check-in area. I'll get my boarding passes. The only thing I'm taking today is just my little bag right here. That's my camera bag. So that's all I will be taking on this day trip. And let's see here, just get checked in. We're going to get our boarding passes, and then we are going to take it over to, I think it's at A7, but I'll have to double check on that. So nevertheless, super excited, guys. Finally time to get it rolling. See you guys over at Tulsa International Airport.
So as you could probably tell, I was pretty tired at 4 a.m., but I was still very excited nevertheless. For the sake of convenience, I spent the night with my grandma who lives in Tulsa the night before, so it wouldn't be too bad of a drive early in the morning. If you guys are unaware, I do live an hour away from Tulsa. I made my way up to Tulsa International Airport and was super excited. I decided to park in Tulsa's main parking garage facility. There were quite a few cars there and it was awesome to see, and ignore me messing with the camera here in these clips as the lens flare was messing with my head early in the morning because there was all the reflection and all that fun stuff. But anyways, yeah, I thought about parking in the fine parking garage. However, I thought it made more sense to try the main parking garage, as I was used to that from all the times me and my parents and our whole family have flown and everything. So I thought that made a lot of sense. So anyways, let's get walking and get our boarding passes going here and all that good stuff.
All right, guys, so as you can tell, it is very quiet, but pretty obvious during this time of the day why. Not a bad amount of cars though, but this is the rental car facility. Obviously this is Hertz, so sorry, I was just seeing what's going on with these dots, but I think it's light reflection. But anyways, let's take it over to we're over here by the Southwest check-in claim right now, but I'll show you guys what else is going on. Alrighty, it is 4:53. Probably gave a little more time than what I need. Well, now if we board in 30 minutes, it's about right. Now obviously I came up here. That was my fault. Could have took the escalator down, but I'll take it inside. So as we come in here, this is the B baggage claim for Concourse.
It was most certainly a nice peaceful walk around Tulsa International Airport that early in the morning. I made my way down to the American check-in area and there were quite a few people getting bags ready, which was awesome. One thing interesting, I did notice that there was this sign that said Allegiant's check-in area was temporarily placed right next to Americans. It appears to be that they're doing some renovations on the ticket counter once again, which is very, very nice. It's kind of random because Allegiant used to park in the B concourse until about 2017 or 18, and then they moved over to the A concourse when the renovation was complete, and Vita Air also came in and they snagged that gate, which was pretty cheap. But anyways, it was really, really good. So I took it over to get my boarding passes through security, which went fairly well this early in the morning. Probably about 15 minutes or so for the security, which honestly wasn't too bad considering that there was quite a few 6 a.m. flights. But overall had a very smooth and nice experience getting through to check-in and security, and a huge thank you to all the employees for doing a fantastic job working to keep everything in line, especially during these tough times. But yeah, I'm really sorry this was so short, but isn't really too much to go over here. Obviously we checked in, we went through the parking garage, and then I went up through the area like we saw in that footage and all that fun stuff. So there wasn't too much to do. But anyways, really excited as the first trip port will be on the American Airlines Airbus A319 with sharklets from Tulsa International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I do briefly want to go over the schedule I have planned. It will be more in depth in the description of this video and all of the videos from the Phoenix day trip, but this is the plan for the content. So starting this month, obviously in April, this should be going out on the first Wednesday of the month, and my plan as of right now is every Tuesday or Wednesday, at least once a week. Here's my plan. Once a week, the following videos will be coming out. We'll be having the layover vlog, if you will, whether it's this one or the next Dallas one or the Phoenix one. The layover vlog of the following leg will be the first video of the month. Then during the second week, or the second video of the month, if you will be the trip report for its respective locations. So next week, for example, will be the A319 from Tulsa to Dallas, and vice versa for May, June, July, all that fun stuff. The third week of the month will be the takeoff video from that flight. So in this case, it will be the Tulsa takeoff. And then the fourth week will be the landing video, for example, the Dallas landing for this trip. And that will be rolling for 3 or 4 months. So that's just a brief explanation. However, there'll be I'll go into more context in the description and kind of give a nice little itinerary and all that good stuff. So planning on all of it being Wednesday, but I may do some Tuesdays in there. So keep your eyes out. That's the plan as of right now, and all that fun stuff. If you are wondering, this does mean that my Wednesday video series, I did decide to discontinue due to majority vote, and I just thought it would be the best overall option. The fleet by type videos will be staying around, and I may throw a couple model comparisons in there, but for the most part, I'm planning on the in real life content taking over. And we have had so many spotting vlogs recently, I do feel like this makes sense. I'm not sure what that Wednesday or when the next spotting vlog is coming out, but anyways, there's a lot of good content. But sorry for rambling on here. Just thought I would give you guys a schedule. But nevertheless, I really hope you guys are excited. Finally, time to go, guys. Here we go. I really want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the first trip report. Lots of awesome content here, and I really appreciate you guys bearing with me. I know a lot of you guys have been asking when the trip reports are coming and all the content, and it is here. So my apologies. Next trip report will be out next week. I'm going to put a lot of time into it, so I really appreciate it if you would consider sharing the channel with your friends and all that, and getting pumped up for it, because I'm working really hard on these videos, and it does take a lot of my time to make this happen for you guys. So I'd really appreciate all the great support that you guys give is amazing, and just that extra mile really would help, and I really appreciate it. So nevertheless, really hope you guys enjoyed. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love, and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next trip report and the next video of the Dallas and Phoenix day trips. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today, and today we have a trip report on American Airlines Airbus A319 with sharklets from Tulsa International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I hope you guys are excited, and let's begin. I have just arrived at Tulsa International Airport. I have checked in and went through security. Overall, this was an organized and smooth 15-minute process. We are currently making our way over to Tulsa International Airport's A concourse, where American Airlines hosts all their flights. Here's an American Airlines 737-800 with nonstop service out to Charlotte Dulles International Airport in a little bit. And as you can see over there at the B concourse, we have 3 United Express Embraer ERJ-175s. Let's make our way over to Alpha 7 in this very clean, peaceful environment. Welcome to the A7 waiting area. As you can see, there are a ton of people as we have a full flight on this Sunday morning, which is very encouraging. It is 5:30 a.m. and we are supposed to board any minute. The waiting area is very nice and provides common necessities with power outlets and USBs. Just like that, it is time to board. The American Airlines app does a fantastic job providing information about your flights. Immediately as boarding began, I got a notification letting me know that my flight was thoroughly sanitized and ready to board. This is a very nice sight to see, as this is my first time flying since the pandemic has began, and I am very excited to say the least. Our aircraft for today is November 9004 Foxtrot, a 7.4-year-old American Airlines Airbus A319 with sharklets. This will be my third time flying at Airbus A319 with sharklets, as I have flown November 8009 Tango and November 9025 Bravo. I was super excited, and let's get on board. Welcome aboard. I was giving a sanitizing wipe, which was an awesome gesture. Here we have some pretty solid legroom for main cabin. Here you'll find a universal power outlet, the seat back contents, and the IFE, which we will review in a few minutes from now, and finally an awesome wing view from 22F. I love this seat, as you can tell, as I've sat in it many times. What a wing view we have here, as you can see.
90, service to Dallas Fort Worth, ground handling crew just about finished loading baggage in the belly of the airplane. As soon as you all are seated, gear properly set, we're going to button up the hatches and push back. We've got about 51 minutes of airtime today. Going to be taking off to the south, most likely landing on the far east side of the DFW airport, and then a taxi into our gate. Most part, it's going to be a smooth ride this early in the morning at 22,000 feet. I won't inundate you with unnecessary PAs. I will tell you this, though. The TSA, the federal government, and the CDC is all mandated that.
Here's the American Airlines safety video. Make sure to let me know in the comments what you think about this video. There was an additional COVID-19 pandemic safety video insert that was added towards the end. Let's begin our pushback now. Here's another look at the three United Embraer ERJ-175s on the ground. Typically these three do not overnight all at once, so this was a very cool occurrence.
Your face mask prior to placing the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth. As part of our clean commitment, everyone must wear a face covering over both your nose and your mouth and secured under your chin or your neck throughout the duration of the flight. You may briefly lift or lower your face mask while you're eating or drinking. Please keep your mask on if you want to sleep, so that way we won't have to wake you up.
Let's begin our taxi out to runway 18 left for our departure today. Just a few minutes behind a scheduled 6 a.m. departure. We are currently passing by Hangar 80. Here's a variety of American Airlines grounded aircraft. Be sure to check out my spotting vlogs for more information about how this has developed over the previous year. Passing by the United States Aviation hangar on the north side of runway 18 left, as you can see we have a few GA aircraft parked outside the hangar early this morning. We are currently about to take off on runway 18 left. The full takeoff video will be coming out very shortly, and I'll be sure to put a card and link that in the description when that video has been uploaded. Let's get ready for a phenomenal takeoff on runway 18 left at Tulsa International Airport. What an awesome takeoff that was. As you can tell, we did not see much but the navigation light for quite a while there, so let's wait till we break out of the overcast to see how beautiful the sunrise was. The beauty of the world is something I will never take for granted, and we are so fortunate that aviation brings a whole new perspective to seeing weather like this. I can only imagine being a pilot one day and seeing this on all kinds of levels. What a phenomenal sequence. Let's take a look at American Airlines in-flight entertainment on this Airbus A319 with sharklets, following this ad of course. So as you can see, it's very well presented. We have a variety of buttons to adjust the settings to your liking between volume, power, brightness, the home page, etc. As you can see right here, there is a variety of different tabs including entertainment, kids, about us, my section, hospitality, and more. Here's the My Flight page. You can do a variety of things between tracking your flight, gate connections, and more with this tab. In the arrival information section, we have some very unique brochures. I did not know that this was here, so this was a very cool touch. Unfortunately, my favorite feature, the interactive map, was not currently working. I have no idea why, but that was a very unfortunate sequence. One place where American Airlines does not disappoint with their in-flight entertainment is the movies section. As you can tell, there is literally hundreds of hours worth of content on these movies, and this is very impressive for American. For these Airbus A319s that fly typically 3 to 4 hour flights, you would have a very hard time getting bored with all the options that you have here. On top of all the movies, American Airlines also has a variety of television shows. So if movies aren't your thing, maybe TV is, because as you can tell, there is a ton of TV shows to watch here. Let's take a quick intermission to look at this beautiful sunrise. American Airlines also provides a nice section of music and games to listen to and play respectively. Overall, this is a nice touch, and I feel like people really do enjoy these features that they provide on the in-flight entertainment. There's also the About Us section, the e-reader, and the favorites. Overall, American Airlines did a phenomenal job with this in-flight entertainment, and it's honestly such a shame that the majority of their narrow-body fleet does not have in-flight entertainment anymore, as American Airlines redid the majority of their cabins with the Oasis configuration, which personally, as I'm sure you guys may know, is not the best. Luckily though, the legacy Airbus A319s for American and also the Airbus A321 Transcons do still provide the in-flight entertainment. But honestly, absolutely phenomenal. We were cruising at 22,000 feet for this flight. As I'm sure you guys know, on short flights like this, typically American Airlines only gives out a water or orange juice selection. However, that selection was not present due to obvious reasons. The flight has been smooth to this point, and I've really enjoyed it. Mainly for the majority of crews, I was reviewing the in-flight entertainment, but we will take a look at the seatback contents now. The seatback contents are very limited due to the pandemic. We have the Airbus A319 EOW safety card, the American Way magazine, and also the air sickness bag. Just like that, it is already time to descend into the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport area. We experienced some light turbulence on descent due to some thunderstorms developing in the eastern Texas area. Today we'll be landing on runway 17 Center. I was very excited because 17 Center has been under construction for about 2 years, and I've been really excited to finally get to see this runway back in action for the longest time. As you can tell, I was also very excited because I have not been to Dallas-Fort Worth in around a year and a half, so I was definitely pumped up. As we descend into Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, I would like to review my experience with American Airlines on my first flight back from the pandemic. Overall, I thought American Airlines did a fantastic job. The aircraft had a new plane smell, and overall the precautions were phenomenal, and I was very impressed with American Airlines showing. This flight was also 100% full. It was absolutely insane to see that on a Sunday morning. With all things considered, this was definitely the way I wanted to get back into flying from the pandemic. I am so excited to see what the future holds, and American Airlines I thought did a phenomenal phenomenal job, like I said, with all the precautions of the pandemic. If you'd like to know more about the Tulsa Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport route, I covered it in previous trip reports when I flew this flight. This flight has suffered a little bit since the pandemic, as numbers are down by about 50%. However, with the good balance in between leisure travel and business travel on this route, I definitely see it remaining the busiest route out of Tulsa by far, and I'm super excited to see what American Airlines does. This Airbus A319S was phenomenal. I've always had a good experience with American Airlines on these Airbus A319s, and they did another fantastic job with November 9004 Foxtrot. The full landing video will also be posted very soon. I will also leave a card and the link in the description to that video when that does come out. Nevertheless, I hope you guys enjoyed this landing on runway 17 Center at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport.
Fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. And keep the aisles clear of all carry-on items. Take a moment to check your seat back pocket for any personal items, like tablets and cell phones. When you open the overhead compartment, be careful, as items may have moved in flight. And thank you for choosing American Airlines.
Welcome to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. What an awesome filling. There's the E-Concourse with a bunch of Delta aircraft and then a few Spirits as well. And there comes a flying banana. That's a Spirit Airlines Airbus A320 taking off on 17 right. We'll be parking at gate Alpha 35 at the Alpha Concourse at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, one of the main two concourses that American Airlines uses for their domestic operation on their mainline services. Overall, this was an excellent flight and American Airlines did an awesome job. Thank you guys so much for watching this trip report. I really appreciate it. If you missed the Tulsa check-in vlog where we check in for this flight, I would highly recommend checking that out. And then coming up next in this series, we'll have the takeoff and landing video of this flight, followed by the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport layover spotting vlog, which is a fantastic video, and I hope you guys are excited for that. And then the next trip report will be on an American Airlines Airbus A321 LUS with fence tips from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. There's a lot of awesome content from this trip coming, and I really hope you guys are excited for it. This was just the beginning, and like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. But nevertheless, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love, and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video as Redriveraviation is signing off.
fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. And keep the aisles clear of all carry-on items. Take a moment to check your seat back pocket for any personal items, like tablets and cell phones. When you open the overhead compartment, be careful, as items may have moved in flight. And thank you for choosing American Airlines.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today, and today we have a Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport layover vlog for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video, and without any further delay, let's begin. I've just arrived from Tulsa on board this American Airlines Airbus A319. If you'd like to check out the trip report and the content from that flight, feel free to do so as it's already been posted. As you could tell, I was very excited to finally be back at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I've not been here for around 18 months, so I was super excited like I was just saying. My flight to Phoenix Sky Harbor did not leave for about approximately 3 hours, so we had plenty of time to do some phenomenal spotting. So let's get up to the Skylink and get it rolling. The first objective of this layover was to go around the Skylink at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. If you're unfamiliar with the Skylink is pretty much a people mover system that goes around the airport. But what's really unique to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport's people mover, the Skylink, is that you can get phenomenal views of aircraft at the gates on their people mover because it goes all around the airport. I'm sure you guys pretty much know the Skylink, but I thought I would just give some brief context. So let's get on the Skylink and see what we can find. So as you can tell, we already have some awesome views up here. I went around on the Skylink multiple times, so what we're going to do is we're going to go through the Skylink the first time in real time, and then on the next trips on the Skylink, we'll be covering the highlights and changes so it doesn't get too repetitive. I am so excited, and let's finally get back on the Skylink, my friends. Alright guys, so let's do some live commentary. So as you can tell here at 8:34, we have an American Airlines Boeing 777-200ER. This one was just recently parked up at Tulsa, so I'm really glad to get see it back in the service. This is November 773 Alpha November, so hopefully I don't make too many mistakes. But look at all the aircraft, look at all the GSC, we're looking awesome here. Of course, we're waiting for everybody to get on so we can move. There's multiple American Airlines aircraft parked on the ramp, and what was I trying to do with my hand there? I have no idea. Anyways, let's keep moving here. There's another American 737, got A321 back there. It looks like a 319S just landed. And obviously I was taking pictures with my camera, so the reflection sucks since the weather was not very good. There's another American 737, American Airlines 787-9. Unfortunately, my white balance was on sunshine, so it screwed up the first round of pictures. So that was my main motivation factor for going the next time, but I'll kind of explain all these situations. But as you can tell, we got a lot of really good stuff. We'll be going over the highlights, but you guys know what these aircraft are, so I'm not going to say each and every one of them, but numerous American Airlines mainline aircraft at the A concourse, of course. There's an A321, and then per concourse, Dallas has 2 Skylink stops per concourse, so this is the north Skylink entrance, if you will. Typically, I like to spot in the morning at the North B Skylink entrance, as it has some really nice lighting, but obviously there's no sunshine yet, keep in mind. Got some really nice GA aircraft over there. I think there was 2 NetJets over there, so looking really nice. I'm not editing pictures for this either, if you're wondering, just simply because of how many pictures there are. And I like to post in chronological order, and I simply just don't have the time to do it all for one video and keep it all on the schedule. There's 972, an American A321 looking really good right there. And you can tell we had a variety of aircraft right here. So currently waiting. There's another American A321 with sharklets. I think we caught the whole fleet on this day, but absolutely no problem with that. Looking really sharp. I was so excited. Of course, I have my new 18x300 lens that I was already going to work on. Like I said, I had my white balance set on sunshine, which was stupid. I should have known better than that. But luckily, we were able to bounce back and had a lot of success once we... I went around a second time here in a minute once I got it figured out, because I got it figured out all the way down at the B concourse. All right, here we go. We got moving. Here's A15, an American 737-800. Another American Airlines 737-800. Man, there's so many of these units. I love those 737s. What have we got next? Another American 737. There's A11. We've parked the A10 before. Yep, another American 737, 321, and 737. Dallas hasn't really got too many 320s recently, just a few daily. And then we do have some 319s. The fence configuration mainly, but also sharklets too. Okay, so here we come over here to the B concourse. This is where American Eagle hosts all their flights between Envoy, SkyWest, and all the subsidiaries. As we cross the bridges here, and let's begin with the B concourse. All right, let's see here. There's an American 175 for Envoy. Sorry, I don't know any routes. I literally have no clue. Another American 175, looking good. There's an American CRJ 900 from Mesa. And then we're to the B North entrance point. There's UPS all the way back there, looking really good back there. There's B40, looking good. And here's the little expansion piece that they have. We end up checking this out here in a little bit later on the layover, so looking very, very nice right there. And let's get on to the next clip here. Looks like I completely failed to record the south side of the B concourse, so we'll be doing that on our next pass through. So currently we're getting ready to see the D concourse. Here's the north side of the D concourse. Now it's set up really kind of oddly on this Skylink portion because of this terminal piece, so it's kind of hard to get nice views. As you can tell, we have a variety of American Airlines aircraft, some 777s, got a two 737s, maybe 319. So we got some good stuff over here, and we should get a nice look at the B concourse. This all fills up with 175s very, very soon. It was really interesting to see E175s back there, as typically it was mainline aircraft pre-pandemic, but obviously we haven't been here since the pandemic. So sorry that was a little out of order, but we kind of got screwed up there because I don't know why the recording didn't make it, but I guess I didn't record it. I don't know what happened. So, but we'll get that fixed up. We'll take a look at the B concourse through the next pass. That won't be too big of a detour. It'll be fun anyways. So yeah, that ends up filling up here in a minute, but let's take a look at our next clip here. Alrighty, so here's the south side D concourse. Japan Airlines was arriving soon, so I was so pumped about that. And there's the concourse D expansion piece. This is on the south side concourse D. As you can tell, this is my first time seeing it, of course. Now, unfortunately, it's going to block some really cool views that we previously had, but it's definitely going to be worth it. There's some very cool gates right there. I think this is mainly going to be used for regional flights, but I'm not sure exactly what's going on. There's an American 175 that just landed in. All the American 175s are at Dallas are all Republic Airway, or sorry, are all Envoy, as Republic does not have any flights out of Dallas for American Eagle, at least yet. Maybe one day they will. And as you can tell over there in the F hard stand, that's still being used. They were planning to do some the initial Concourse F project debut at this point, but they have put Concourse F on hold, which is going to go right here. And here's the D expansion. Some really nice views of it, as you can tell. I was really excited to see this. There's D1, D2, D4, and D3. I think it's mainly going to be RJ gates, but I'm not sure. But thank you to all the employees going hard at work on it. It's going to be exciting. Alrighty, looping around here. Let's see what we got at the F hard stand. Look at all that construction equipment, man. That's a lot. That's millions of dollars of equipment right there. That's insane. Yeah, it was a little quiet. It wasn't quite bank time. All the flights were about to start arriving in. We arrived in really early, at about 7:30 a.m. American Airlines 777-300ER on the F hard stand. Man, look at that unit, man. Absolute facility. As you can tell, I was grinding on the camera right there. American Airlines 787-8, and then we got 737 back there. And here are a couple of grounded aircraft. These have since been ungrounded, if you will. But we have 737s, A321. That looks like a Neo. I couldn't tell from this video. I kind of forgot since. Another American Airlines 737-800 right there. This is kind of typically, I think they don't really do much with this ramp, but as you can tell, they had grounded aircraft. Here's all that winter vehicle equipment, it looks like. All the snow plows and stuff. That appears to be what it was, and plenty of extra leftover cargo containers. And looping around to the E concourse, this is mainly where all the other airlines host their flights, but American Eagle also has quite a decent ops over here between a few gates here on the very corner and a satellite concourse for CRJs and ERJs. There's the E-145, and there's multiple Spirit aircraft parked back there on their hard stand type thing. SkyWest CRJ 700s parked down here on the far E gates, so as you can tell, multiple SkyWest CRJ 700s right here, a variety of them. These all fly the regional flights. More SkyWest CRJ 700s. There's a plethora of them, man. Look at them. There's satellite concourse. There are all the ERJs. Look at all of those, man. Mainly 145s, and there's some CRJs over there too. I don't see any 135s off the initial glance. And here we go with Spirit. Oh yeah, there's a United 737 taking off. It looks like a 900. Now what's really, really cool is Spirit has a huge operation out of Dallas. I mean, very, very large. And you can see some 319s over there on the hard stand. But there's a A320. I believe that was a Neo variant, but here's multiple American 145s. I don't see 135. I couldn't, very hard to recognize from this side of the field. But yeah, there's a 319 right there. I think two of them for Spirit. And looks like SkyWest waiting for gates right there. Really, really nice over here. I've never flown out of this concourse. I've always flown with American through Dallas Fort Worth, so at least to my knowledge, maybe way back when, maybe I did, but yeah, looking really, really good over here, as you can see. Look at all of our fellow employees going, keeping this thing going, man. It takes each and every one of those guys to keep this operation going. But yeah, sorry for all the dead time right here. Multiple American Eagle aircraft taxiing through. There's the Spirit Neo, a little better view of it. That's 915. We get better shots of that one taking off. Here in a little bit, I ended up using the B North Concourse, or sorry, Skylink B entrance for some spotting here after a few Skylink trips. But I did too because number one, I didn't realize my white balance was messed up, and number two, we'll talk about some very interesting heavies in a minute. Multiple American 145s, Delta A320. This one was probably going to Salt Lake City if I had to guess, so great to see another Delta 320. And there is the plethora Delta A220s, but there's an A321 right there. But there are two A220s. They really like to use their hard stand here. And there's that third one looking really good. All these 220s, man, there's tons of flights on the 220s. All of those were 100s for Delta. No 300 on this day, but I'm sure we'll get to see a 300 very, very soon. There's a Chester Alaska 737-900. I think I was just getting prepared to take shots of it. That is exactly right. 408 right there, looking sharp. Let's see, what else we got here? Here's some United Regionals. As we approach the Northeast satellite, or no, sorry guys, the Northeast Skylink entrance, there we go. And here are two old livery United 175s, probably both SkyWest if I had to guess. There's the American Airlines C Concourse, and there's an Evo Blue, also SkyWest. No, some of these may be Mesa, sorry, my bad. And here's a very interesting situation. You got two United mainlines looking good. This American A319, I have no clue why he was over here at E2. To my knowledge, American never used the E Concourse for mainline flights, but I guess they're getting a little greedy here and using one of the E gates for some passenger flights, but very, very interesting. There's the two United Airbuses. Great to see those. I was very happy to see those. And here we go with the American Airlines C Concourse. More mainline, what you want to guess, and plenty of 737s to enjoy. So let's take a look. Let's see if I can get any sentimental value to any of these tail numbers. I've flown quite a few of these 737s, so the odds are not impossible. I think I was mainly getting shots at that 319. I was shook by that, as you can tell. I still am. I can't see the tail number of that one, and then I go for that nice Concourse E lineup as we approach the Concourse C South Skylink entrance, as you can get some really nice views right here. There's 309, that's an American 737 that did have IFE before Oasis happened. American 319 looking good at C30. We see this 319 multiple times, so just get ready to see in time lapses and stuff. So yeah, man, lots of awesome stuff right here. So yeah, I'm sorry about these intermissions. It takes some time, or they take about a minute each on the holding spots. Yeah, but I mean, I enjoy watching this GSC. I hope you guys do too. I probably should fast forward it, but we'll do that. We'll leave that. But I'm just getting some context of how the Skylink works. So yeah, as you can tell, I was trying to get some nice shots of this American 319 with CFMs. This is 724 right here. No clue where it's going. Of course, as you guys can see in the back over there on the E Concourse, they all have the boards, but you can't see the boards in front of the aircraft when you're facing away from it. So, but yeah, looking really, really good over here. So obviously the conditions weren't ideal, but they do get better. I was shook when they did, but it was supposed to thunderstorm, so I was glad it at least wasn't raining because that would just put a real toll on trying to spot. You guessed it, another American 737 X2 this time, man. I think I was just getting prepared to shoot once again. That is correct. Sorry about the awful camera. Obviously, when you try and take pictures, it's kind of hard. There's an American Airlines A321neo, and there it is. There's a Qatar Boeing 777-300ER. This is not a passenger flight. This was a cargo flight in from Mexico City. I was shook to see that. I was shocked. So, yeah, Qatar typically has their Airbus A350 passenger flight, but they were running a few cargo flights in, and I got super lucky to see that one. We'll see more here in just a second with some cargo stuff. That was really, really, really cool. So there it is right there. What a facility with the East Tower over there. That funny pilot made me, but there's a real life counterpart looking really good. There's another American 737. I mean, these guys are literally everywhere, man. Wow. All right, there's another American 737. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this live format. I really like it for something like this, but typically, in most cases, I wouldn't use it, but I feel like this one, it definitely makes some sense. And then on the next passes through the Skylink, I'll go over the highlights, but obviously we're kind of just getting some context for Dallas. Obviously, Dallas International Airport has 5 concourses, Concourse A, B, C, D, and E. So yeah. Alrighty guys, so let's take a look at this B concourse. I don't know why, but I only came up with one video for it. I think the second time through I was really focused on catching, I think it was the Asiana Cargo 747 and I forgot to record. It was that or the UPS 747 or something like that. Alright, so here we go. We're passing through the A concourse again. Same aircraft. This was only like 15 minutes later, probably something like that. There's some old American baggage carts still. That's awesome. Alright, so let's take it over through here. Still on the same Skylink, of course, just came through, and then I figured out my white balance, so I was like, yeah, we definitely need to come through again, and there was like nothing, or there was no other priority, so I was like, yeah, this is definitely the move. All right, here we go with more American 175s and CRJ 900s and all that good stuff right here, as you can tell. Let's see, anything crazy? Not as of right now. There's that UPS cargo ramp again. There are multiple American Eagle aircraft at the extension piece that we talked about, some CRJ 900s particularly, it looked like. And we are arriving at the entrance point. Typically where I do a lot of my spotting, those poles are annoying, but the views are pretty gosh darn good. There's the UPS Boeing 747-400. I was focused on getting that thing and I was pumped. We end up getting a really cool takeoff shot. It was ironic too. It wasn't even planned. So I was just hoping for the best. But there was another goal that I had. For whatever reason, a high-fly A330 was coming out of nowhere. It came in from Anchorage and I was shook. So that was my #1 goal. I believe it was on the second pass, but it may have been the third pass. I'm pretty sure it was the second, though, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure it was this one on the Skylink trip, but it may have been the third one. But I saw it come out of nowhere, and I was like, wow. Okay. So I was like, let's definitely make it down there to see it taxiing, as it was landing on the 17. So I was like, we get a really cool taxiing shot passed by the econ course, as it will taxi by there if it's going over to the west side on the cargo ramp, and that's exactly what happened. But we'll see that here in a minute. All right, so here we go back to the Econ course, or sorry, B-Con course. This is where we'll find a lot of American Eagle aircraft, as you can tell. Numerous E-145s, E-175s, CRJ 900s. The Skywest 700s, I think, mainly park over there at the Econ course, mainly that end piece over here. And then from what I observed, it was all E-175s for Envoy in the south piece now, compared to all the mainline that was there when I was last there, which I was surprised about. There's all those American heavies. Look at all those 777s. Keep in mind, this was back in February. I'm sure there's even more there now, which is super, super exciting to see. Alrighty, so as we're passing through here, I'll kind of do a voiceover and give you guys the game plan for what to expect next. Alrighty guys, so we went around the Skylink once, so let me know what you guys think, but I don't want it to be too repetitive, so what we'll do is we will go over highlights for the next 4 times that I ran around the Skylink. I went 4 or 5 times, but anyways, let's get buckled up and go around for the second time, and we do have some highlights already. So the B-Con course was normal, not too much. You guys may be seeing a little bit of footage of it here. And then here we go through the D-Con course. So the D-Con course, the Skylink entrance pieces, as you may have been able to tell from the first pass, there's glass and buildings, and it's built into the building, so you can't really do much to see planes. And of course, as you guys can see right here, the Qatar 777-300 that just landed from Mexico City was just a few seconds off. If we would have been on a train before, we probably would have got to see it from the South B entrance. That would have been ideal, but unfortunately, we weren't able to get nice close-up shots and footage of it. But hey, at least we got to see it through the window. That was still super cool, and we do get to see it even more. And just landed was the Japan Boeing 787-9 from Tokyo. I was super, super excited to get some footage and stuff of that. So let's take a more in-depth look at that, guys. It's going to be awesome right here. Alrighty, guys. So as you can tell, the camera's getting ready to pan up here, but there it is. The Japan Airlines Boeing 787-9, looking really good right there, coming in from Tokyo. Like I said, very, very glad to see it. And American Eagle number 175 showing up. I think that was the one that we saw taxiing in. Looking good over here at D7. Very excited about the expansion. Hopefully next time I'm in Dallas, it will be close to getting done, which is going to be exciting. But there she is. I was spamming on the shutter. Was super glad to finally see it. Like I said, it's been over a year and a half at this point since I've seen the Japan 787. But they've been flying that 787 consistently to Dallas for a very long time now. In fact, I think it's been flying it for 5 years or so at this point. They've been one of the most consistent international airlines throughout the pandemic, which has been really cool. I believe they came back in like May or June of 20 and have not missed a beat since. They fly every day in from, they moved over to Tokyo Haneda, I believe. I could be wrong on that, but anyways, as you can tell, the rain came in. You can see all those puddles and everything, but looking nice over here, looking great. So it was very, very cool to see that for sure. Here's a rather unique situation right here with the American Airlines A319 and 175 passing. It's not impossible, but very, very cool that we're able to see that little transition here. Nothing else too crazy to note. CFM 319 it looks like, so looking great right there. let's keep taking a look at these highlights here. I hope you guys are enjoying this format. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But as you can tell, coming back through Concourse E, American Eagle actually has quite a few gates down here at the end. They have more than what they used to, I think. And then E33, I think, is when it transitions into Spirit gates. But a very unexpected moment coming up. I was super, super shocked when we see this here in a second. There's all the American Eagle aircraft over there at the East Satellite Concourse. And there's that Spirit E320 Neo currently loading up. That was 905. Really, really nice aircraft. It may be 915, my bad. But anyways, very, very awesome stuff right here. Really exciting moment coming up. Get ready, guys. I was shocked to see this. I was very surprised. Should be coming in the frame anytime now, but I think I was trying to get nice shots of that Spirit A320 Neo. Quite a few of those now, and there's still a ton of them on order, so very, very exciting for that. That's going to be a great element to Spirit's fleet. I'm really going to be eager to see their Airbus A319 Neo as we kind of as we get ready to pass some time here, as we are passing some time, I should say, before the surprise arrives. There it is, the UPS 747. Look at that liftoff, man. I did end up getting some, you hear my shudder right there. I was getting some epic pictures of that. That was so cool. And I thought I got some good ones, so I immediately pulled off. I mean, you guys saw that footage. That was absolutely unbelievable right there. Enjoying this highlight format. I feel like it works really well. And luckily, we did get it. If we would have been moving, I probably wouldn't have got it very well. But I'm so, so glad. And this 18x300 was doing the work. As you can tell, I was getting after it with the Spirit A320 Neo right there. Let's keep looking at these highlights, guys. It was a bunch of fun, as you guys could tell. Alrighty, so as you guys can see right here, there wasn't too much else event-wise through the A and C concourse. So what I did was I thought I would spot on the northeast side because there was a very, very cool aircraft coming in. But I'll tell you guys what I do here in a second. It was probably one of the most clutch decisions of my life. It was absolutely insane how the timing worked out. But as you guys can tell, currently hanging out on the North A entrance of the Skylink, doing some plane spotting right here. And it was a bunch of fun. Was really enjoying this intermission, but you guys will see here in a second what happens. So while I was spotting at the North Skylink entrance at DFW International Airport, I immediately saw the clouds move over a little bit, and behind a somewhat thin cirrus cloud, there was the sun. I immediately hopped back on the Skylink because I had an ultimate goal. There was a high-fly Airbus A330 for whatever reason at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport coming in from Anchorage, which obviously is not typical whatsoever, so I was really, really excited. So I got back on the Skylink for my third time around, and I didn't film too much because I was in the moment, but then I got back to filming at Concourse D when we got to JL. So let's take a look at this as the Skylink was empty since we were right before the bank, so I did decide to narrate a little bit inside the Skylink because there was nobody in my cart, or in my train thing, if you know what I mean. So let's take a look at this, guys. Alright guys, got the whole Skylink to myself, this sector. Sun's peaking a little bit, we got JAL right there. Here we go, boys. But I hope you guys are enjoying. Sorry for not talking too much, just don't want to disturb. There we go, there it is. Oh man, what a hot bird. Wow, look at that. Let's get over here a little bit. There it is. I'm trying to get a nice angle. Coming in from Tokyo and Narita. There we go. Too hot. There's the D extension. Looks really nice. And the Qatar 333 is back there too. Okay, where is the rainbow now? Where is the rainbow, bro? Alright, let's get this W on the hard stand. Got some more construction. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'll pull my mask down. There's nobody in here, so. They could have left it though. Could have left COVID. Hopefully not. God, I hope not. The Asiana Cargo 747 should be landing soon, so hopefully I make it back around for that, or I get to see it somehow. There's some GE90s and there's a 788. Looks beautiful, man. It looks like we have a 321 Neo and that 321 looks like a Neo, and two 737s, and then another one
should be here on the left anytime. There she is. What time is it? 8:19, so we have roughly an hour and a half until we probably need to start heading over to the C8, which is our gate. I can't say that I've done the Skylink 3 times in a row in a day, or sorry, yeah, in a layover rather, I should say, at Dallas, but here we are. So glad to be back. Let's stay over here for the reflection. But now that the sun's out a little bit, our light reflection out of the Skylink's not near as bad, so that's just so helpful. And there's that Spirit A319 that we've passed 2 or 3 times now. Is that Neo still at the gate? So here's what it looks like. As you can tell, very thin. All this stuff should be moving over though, unfortunately, but okay, there's that Spirit Neo. I'm not sure where he's going, maybe Las Vegas or something. And looks like a Delta 321 over to 17 right to take off. And we're in between banks right now. All these guys are about to start flying out, so we'll see if anybody comes in or not. At least the sun will be out in Phoenix, I can guarantee that. Alright, so what I'm thinking is, since the sun finally just came out and it may stay out for a little bit, Aviation landed on the right side. I shouldn't know better, but it's a mix and match, so it's kind of hard to predict. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it over to the B Skylink entrance area for spotting after I do some more Skylink right here, as we're still making our laps. There's a Neo. We've seen that one a couple times now.
So I decided to abort that mission of getting off after the 3rd time at the B entrance, or B Skylink entrance, I should say, because the Hi-Fly A330, I'm sorry, I was confused. The 4th time that I went around is when I saw it. We'll see it more in detail in just a second. But anyways, I went around and the Asiana Cargo 747 freighter came by and I was able to get fantastic shots of that. So I was very excited about that. So once again, right before the bank was about to start, this is probably about 8:45, everybody left the Skylink, so I was able to do some more narration. So let's take a look at all that. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope you guys are enjoying the video to this point. I know it's been long as usual with my content, but there's a lot to document here, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. So let's keep proceeding, guys.
Alright guys, so the bank's about to start. Nobody's here. The bank's about to start, so I'm not sure if I'll take it over to the spotting location or not. We'll see. Skylink's on fire right now, so I'm not complaining. The land's focusing. Maybe not, but there's that Asiana Cargo. That's still a cool catch. I don't think I've got that one. I don't think I've ever got it, but I may have got it a long time ago once. But to get it in a better sequence is very helpful. Really, really cool, rather. Not really helpful, but just always add these additions. Nothing there. Well, 737. Okay, 2 of them. Try to get. Okay, so the Hi-Fly just arrived in from Anchorage, and it's on all the way down there on the taxiway, so hopefully it taxis quick, because we'll be over there in 2 minutes or so. I'm just speculating. Well, I think it usually tells you on here.
Please hold on. This train is departing.
Clouds are pretty thin still, so where is that Hi-Fly, dang it? There it is. There it is. Found it. 3:30. You need taxi fast. Oh, I'm just gonna wait until it comes by. I'm not missing that. Absolutely not. I'm getting off. I'm gonna get off and catch the Hi-Fly, because that's that doesn't happen very often, man. That's a cool catch. Alright, well, here's what a Skylink entrance looks like if you're wondering. They have both sides. One goes clockwise, one goes counterclockwise. So, fortunately the rain was here, so that's probably why the windows are so dirty, but get the Hi-Fly 330. Nice.
So as you guys could tell, that went really, really well, and I was super, super glad to see that. So after that, we hopped right back on the Skylink, as there was a ton of planes to see, and of course the sun was slightly out, so I really wanted these cool shots. And the rain on the ramp made for some really cool reflections. So here's the 3 Delta A220s. Absolute facility, like we've talked about many times. They look really, really cool. Would love to fly on one of them. I love that mount on my camera, man. It's so smooth and the panning and everything. And here we go. As you guys can see, the thumbnail shot as we arrive at the Northeast Satellite entrance. Not Satellite, I'm sorry, Skylink Satellite. Why do I keep getting them confused? I'm sorry. But there's the United 175. Don't you love that they use the big tugs on the RJs? I think that's not necessarily hilarious, just kind of interesting for sure. But anyways, let's keep progressing through the layover vlog, everybody. There was nothing too crazy on the rest of that Skylink trip. So what I did was I took it over to the Concourse B North Skylink entrance once again to do some plane spotting. But I thought before I do some spotting, and it was a little quiet, I thought, why don't I do something that I've never done before? I really want to explore this area of Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport because I never have before, and that is the Terminal Beach Satellite Concourse. This was built, I believe, about 5 years ago or so. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on that. But it's currently a 9-gate satellite concourse on the northwest side of Concourse B. And it hosts 9 gates, gates B30 through B39, I believe. And it's really, really cool. So it's set up kind of like Richmond's pier pieces. I'm trying to think of something you could, like a 45-degree angle offset piece. And very, very helpful. American typically parks, I think all the RJs park over here. I think the 175s don't typically because they're a little big for these gates. I could be way off on that, but I believe it's mainly the CRJ 900s, Embraer ERJ-140s back then. I'm sure they're retired. About the time this video is coming out, they should be retired, unfortunately. 145s, and of course CRJ 700s and all of those. I don't think I missed any. So really, really cool stuff. And I really, really like this piece. So let's take a look at some of this footage. As you can tell, it was really, really nice. I did go down there all the way to the middle of the concourse to kind of see what it was all about. Had some really cool Hudson News, and I did use that restroom facility as well. I was very pleased with that. It was really, really nice and clean. And all the architecture was really, really good in this piece, as you guys can see through this footage and those photographs as well. As you can also see, it was booming. There was a ton of people. The floor was really, really cool. I like the different type of walls that they had, the materials and stuff. I just thought it was really, really cool. So it was definitely nice to get to see this area, and I was very, very pleased with it. So now we will move on to, I believe, some more plane spotting, but we will see when we get to those clips. So as I'm sure you guys saw my watch, it was 9:35 a.m. and boarding was going to begin in about an hour, give or take. So unfortunately, we were already wrapping up the layover, which I was really bummed out because it was really just so much fun. But hey, every good thing must come to an end at some point. And luckily, we would be back here later in the day as we came back through Dallas-Fort Worth on the way home to Tulsa. So I was really, really excited for that. So anyways, there was nothing too eventful on the final Skylink ride, which was from the North Skylink entrance at the B concourse to the North C entrance, all the way around on the longer way, if you will, through the D and E concourse. So we'll take a look at that time lapse after I just say I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll give you a little conclusion once we go through the time lapse, which will be relatively short, but thought I would show it once again. There's some nice aircraft in here. So spotting was really, really fun. All the photographs will be coming to Instagram, and I hate to say it's going to be probably about 2 years or so. It will be a very long time, but there's a lot of really good photographs already on there being posted in chronological order to add to the galleys, or gallery I should say, not galley. So yeah, I'm really, really excited to keep proceeding on there, and those will be coming at some point. So I hope you guys are excited for those well down the line. If you guys would like to check that out, you're more than welcome to. Link in the description, and that's where you can find all the photography. But anyways, we will go around the Skylink one final time on this time lapse and take a look, and then we will conclude this phenomenal layover vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching this Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport spotting vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. The next video of this trip will be an American Airlines Airbus A321 trip report from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. That'll be coming out next week, as I'm sure you guys know. So I hope you guys are excited for that. But nevertheless, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today, and today we have the trip report on the American Airlines Airbus A321 with fence tips from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video, and let's get it rolling. As you guys can tell, we're currently making our way over to gate C7. If you guys missed the layover vlog from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, be sure to check it out as there was a lot of awesome stuff in that layover. But nevertheless, let's keep making our way over to gate C7. Welcome to gate C7. Here's our American Airlines Airbus A321 for today, November 170 Uniform Sierra. It was delivered to US Airways brand new on May 21st, 2001 and transferred to American Airlines on April 8th, 2015. This will be my first time flying an American Airlines Airbus A321 with fence tips with CFM engines. Back in 2017, I flew a A321 very similar to this, however it had IAE engines. I was very excited, but we had some very interesting developments going on at the gate area. Most certainly one of the most exciting elements of this trip was I got to meet a fan. His name was Ryan, and he found me through my YouTube videos, which was awesome. So what happened was he actually contacted me and asked me what time I was leaving on this leg from Dallas-Fort Worth to Phoenix. And I told him I was on American Airlines flight 2379 from Dallas-Fort Worth to Phoenix Sky Harbor. He went up to Pittsburgh for the weekend for a wedding, so he was going home, and he came through Dallas-Fort Worth, and we were on the same exact flight. So that was super awesome. What was even more ironic is that we actually had very similar seating. I was in seat 7F and he was in seat 7A, so that was just super ironic. What very cool, as we'll talk about more in a moment. Also, be sure to check out his social medias. He has an awesome YouTube channel, which is Greeny Brothers Flying. He does awesome, very cool non-rev story videos on there. He also has Instagram and all those fun platforms, so be sure to check him out. Anyways, so we were getting ready to board and the full crew wasn't there, so we weren't able to board on time. We actually boarded about 20 minutes late once the full crew showed up. As you guys can see this clip here, everybody was patiently waiting to board, but me and Ryan just sat there and talked the whole time. It was a bunch of fun. At long last, boarding finally began at 10:30 a.m. and I was super excited. I boarded in group 6 today, which was expected. Today I would be seating in seat 7F, which is a main cabin extra seat towards the front of the aircraft with an awesome engine and wing view combo. I was super excited to get on this Lust bus as it's been quite a while since I've been on a Lust bus, so let's get it rolling. Welcome to seat 7F. As you can tell, we have a pretty decent amount of leg room for a main cabin extra seat. We have the seat back contents, the seat back, and the tray table all looking very nice right here. Here is the wing and engine view combo that I was talking about that looks amazing from 7F, as there goes the baggage loader. As you can tell, we're still here at gate C7 at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in some overcast conditions, but it was looking nice. And here's the portable charger, as I want to keep my phone powered up to bring this awesome content to you guys. One of the most interesting sequences of the trip happened right after I got settled in. So as you guys can see by this screenshot right here, American Airlines sent me a notification offering to switch my flights for a travel voucher. So pretty much what the purpose of this was there was so much demand for more seats on the Phoenix to Dallas leg, which was my American Airlines Airbus A321 Neo flight. American Airlines was offering up to $550 vouchers, which was absolutely insane. I thought that it wasn't the best idea to vouch for this option, even though that's a lot of money, because I didn't want to miss any connections home. I was very pleased with all the seats and everything I already had selected, and I thought that it would be pushing it to go for any of these vouchers. So I thought that was the best option to deny this option. However, I do appreciate American Airlines giving me this option, as I'm sure some people on flexible schedules would very much appreciate $550. Anyways, let's hop back into the flight. Let's begin our pushback from gate C7. Please let me know in the comment section if you guys would like to see a full pushback video, including a engine start of these CFM engines. I will show a portion of it in this trip report. However, if you guys would like to see a full pushback video, please let me know in the comment section. Let's begin our pushback.
Seat. U.S. law requires compliance with lighted and posted signs and crew instructions. All flights are non-smoking. This includes e-cigarettes. It's against the law to tamper with, disable, or destroy the lavatory smoke detectors. The safety card in your seat pocket explains the safety features of this airplane, including the location and operation of exits and flotation devices. This airplane has 2 exit doors in the front, 2 exit doors forward to the wings, 2 exit doors behind the wings, and 2 exit doors in the back. All exits have evacuation slides to use in an emergency. When directed to exit, jump onto the slide and move away from the airplane. In a water evacuation, the exit door slides in the front and back of the airplane can be detached and used for flotation. All exits are clearly marked with signs and opening instructions.
That was an awesome engine start. Let's begin our taxi over to the west side of Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to get ready for our takeoff today. The majority of the westbound flights take off from runway 18 left on the west side of the airfield, so let's get ready to taxi over there. I'm sure if you guys have seen my Instagram, you guys typically know what I do during our taxis out of large airports. Take pictures of airplanes, of course. But as you can tell, I do film a little bit here. As here's an American 737 currently on the resting ramp, resting between flights. And then as you guys can tell with these very cool storm clouds, very impressive to see these thick clouds during as early as late April, which was very, very cool. Anyways, I'll see you guys when we make it over to the other side of the airport with a very interesting situation ahead. I always love getting the taxi across the bridge at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. It's so cool that you can literally taxi inside an airplane over a road, and I always find this so fascinating. We made our way over to the west side of Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, and as you guys could tell, there was a huge lineup of aircraft because of that huge thunderstorm on the north side of the airport, so we couldn't take off, of course, as I'm sure you guys could know. But as you guys can tell right here, there's a ton of awesome aircraft, including that Japan Airlines 787-9 that we saw in the layover vlog, and also my very first time catching the American Airlines Airbus A319 in the Allegheny Heritage Paint Scheme, which was such a special moment. I was so excited. And later on this trip, we catch my final remaining Heritage aircraft in Reno Air during the night, and I'm really excited to share that with you guys. But nevertheless, for this trip report, it was very interesting to see this huge lineup, as I haven't seen in a very long time, obviously with the pandemic and everything. So we get an announcement here in just a second from our captain letting us know that we are going to be delayed by at least 10 minutes due to this thunderstorm on the north side of the field. And I knew with 15 aircraft sitting over there waiting for takeoff that we weren't going to be taking off in 10 minutes. We ended up taking off about 20 minutes after he said that, and it turned into about a 35-40 minute delay. I was just a little bit anxious because my layover in Phoenix was about an hour roughly, and the flight, I wasn't sure when it was going to take off before we left, so I didn't know the status of the flight home on the A321neo. But luckily, everything worked out, as I'm sure you guys could tell. But nevertheless, let's listen to this announcement by the captain.
North of the airport, it's kind of back things up here. We are headed westbound, so hopefully they'll won't delay us too long, but we'll keep you advised if there are any significant delays. Right now, I would guess we're about number 10 or 12 for takeoff, so we'll be here for at least 10 minutes. And anything beyond that, we'll let you know.
Finally, almost an hour after our scheduled departure time of 10:45 a.m., at 11:36 a.m., we were finally taking off. As usual, the full takeoff video will be coming out very soon, and you can find a link to that in the description box below. But nevertheless, enjoy this awesome takeoff on runway 18 left at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. What a takeoff that was from runway 18 left. It was most certainly worth paying up for seat 7F and main cabin extra to get that amazing CFM engine view and sound, man. That was unbelievable, as you guys saw. I really enjoyed when he pulled back on the throttle. That was so satisfying. And the whole sound of that CFM engine, man, that was so worth it. I'm so glad I decided to do that. It was also awesome to get to see the Cafe 747-8 freighter and the Hi-Fly A330 once again on takeoff. But anyways, we made a very quick right turn out of Dallas-Fort Worth to head west towards Phoenix. Even though we took off 50 minutes late with the strong tailwind behind us, we would make pretty gosh darn good time, as we will see throughout the video. But anyways, let's begin our climb up to 32,000 feet for today's cruising altitude. As we were climbing to 32,000 feet, there was not too much to look at outside the windows. There was so many storm clouds in the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport area. However, those CFM engines continued to roar and they sound awesome. Since I was doing so much spotting on my layovers, I thought it would be an awesome idea to bring an in-flight snack of some Chex Mix on board this flight, and it was awesome. Also, we can finally see just a little bit of blue outside. Here are the seatback contents. Here's the Airbus A321 safety card with the April 2019 revision. As you can tell, this Airbus A321 has 8 exits, and it's a very awesome aircraft, as you can see right here, with all these awesome demonstrations of all the safety precautions. Very important, as we can see right there, and there is the back right there. Next up, we have the American Way magazine. This is that February 2021 rendition of it, and I'm very glad to see the American Way still going strong, even though during these times most airlines have removed quite a lot from the seatback contents, but American has chose to keep the American Way magazine. Here's the whole entire fleet with a picture of a 777-300 ER right there, looking very nice with a wide variety of aircraft. Not near as wide as what it used to be, but still a lot. And the Embraer 140 is still on there, which is really cool. No CRJ 200 or anything, of course. Unfortunately, no MD-80. Yeah, I make the point of the Embraer ERJ 140. I thought that was interesting, even though, you know, it was obviously flying. Just very interesting. There's Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, pointing at the C concourse where we got out of, C7 right there. And I think we go over to the Phoenix map here in a second at the Terminal 4. I was trying to find it. Let's see if I find it here. Not quite. Let's see here. Oh, there it is right there on the corner. There we go. And our arrival gate for today, I believe, was A5. Yes, it was A5 at the N3 concourse, which was absolutely awesome. Our departure gate was out of A7, and I was pointing at where I wanted to do some plane spotting, which we'll talk about in the Phoenix layover vlog very soon. Wide variety of American sub airports as well, and going from Dallas-Fort Worth over to Phoenix, and it says Scottsdale, which is interesting. And we were around Roswell at the current time when I was filming this update, so looking very nice right there, as we can tell, and numerous maps throughout, and a lot to do in the American Way magazine, so looking very nice. And last but certainly not least, we have the Waist air sickness bag, so a nice wide selection there. Still got the portable charger going, and we have a very nice view outside the window if I get the window up here, and the sun is finally came out a little bit, so looking very nice right here, and we'll see you guys shortly. And here's the aircraft currently contrailing over. Honestly, it's very hard to tell what it is. It looks like a 737-700 or A319 kind of. It could have been some sort of BBJ maybe or something. I honestly have no idea. If you guys have any ideas on what this may be, let me know. But it was going southwest, so very interesting, but really cool to see that. Probably about 36,000 feet or so. At long last, we have finally worked our way into some relatively clear skies. On the ground, you guys can see some tanks, and these are southwest of Carlsbad, New Mexico. I believe these are for oil or something like that. As you guys can tell, I'm really enjoying this American Airlines Airbus A321. American Airlines has 218 Airbus A321s in a variety of configurations with CFM and IAE engines, along with fence tips and sharklets. There are currently 3 configurations of the American Airlines Airbus A321s. The transcontinental version is one version and is only found on 6 aircraft, while there are 2 other main cabins found on the majority of the fleet. American typically uses the Airbus A321s on longer mainline flights around the United States, and is relatively evenly distributed between all American Airlines hubs. This particular A321, November 170 Uniform Sierra, is one of the older American A321s in the fleet, being delivered brand new to US Airways in May of 2001. This A321 is rocking the combo CFM56 engines along with fence tips. This A321 is quite different from the A321 I flew in 2017, November 572 Uniform Whiskey. She is only 7.4 years old and has IAE engines. US Airways had many orders for the Airbus A321s with a variety of combinations to fulfill their desires, and of course American Airlines integrated all of them as a result of the merger. Let's not forget this amazing view from 7F as we have worked into completely sunny skies. I was having a blast looking at all this scenery and was super excited for our arrival at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. We were making very good time after struggling to get out of Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport on time. The cabin was calm and I was a little tired from my 4 a.m. wake up, so I rested my eyes and enjoyed the pretty views while we cruised at 32,000 feet. Absolutely stunning views out here, as you can tell. Let's pan it back into the cabin and take an even more in-depth look at our seat right here. So here's a nice view of our seat 7F. It looks really good, and here's the front seat as you can see right here. Panning over to the armrest, as you can see, we did have what were the radio controls, but that has since been obsolete due to all the technology that we have in today's world, but still very cool to see this amazing nostalgia here on the armrest. There's the recline as well, which was very helpful for this flight. And as you can see right here, we have a very good 34 inches of legroom here in main cabin extra. This is definitely a significant upgrade over the 32 inches you'll find in main cabin. Those extra 2 inches really make a huge difference. I had a lot of room to stretch out with my camera bag in front of me. Here's the no smoking, fasten seatbelt while seated sign, and here is the full cabin right here. Very nice divider between first class and the main cabin. Great air conditioning units, reading lights, and all that fun stuff. I then proceeded on to go on to the American Airlines app to see what kind of service that we could expect on today's flight. Now, from my observations, the distance between Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport and Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport is approximately 1,055 miles. Even though our flight should fall into the category of flights between 900 and 2,200 miles, we got the treatment of the flights under 900 miles, which I was very interested by. And as you guys can see, the main observation of the flights under 900 miles is water, canned drinks, and juice by request only. Now, we should have been in the other tier unless if American Airlines is using some sort of other mile matrix to calculate the distance of these flights, but we should have been in the complimentary pretzels or Biscoff cookies along with bottled water during boarding. So I thought that was really interesting. Let me know in the comment section if you guys had any sort of experiences like this where American Airlines did other service types rather than what was in the criteria of that flight distance. Do keep in mind that this was in February of 2021, and I'm sure the service is much different now that things are getting better, luckily.
Phoenix, due to the high winds in the valley today. I'll give you a few minutes to start closing down computers. Small handheld electronic devices may be used in airplane mode. We're going to pass through the cabin and collect any service items or any items of trash that you would like to discard. We're going to prepare for landing shortly.
As you can tell, it is already time to descend. This flight went by very fast. Today we would have a very scenic approach into the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. We'll pass just north of Tucson, Arizona and get going northwest and descending, as we'll see many airports throughout this approach, and get ready for a landing on Phoenix Sky Harbor's runway 26. We will have a beautiful approach as Phoenix was in a partly cloudy environment at 65 degrees on this February day. Let's get started with this approach. As always, the landing video will be coming very soon and it will be in 1:1 time, so if you'd like to see the full details of this approach, that video will be coming very soon. The first airport that we passed by on our descent into Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport was Coolidge Public Airport. This airport seems really cool. As we can see on the ramp, there are multiple military aircraft on the ramp, and this just seems like an overall very cool airport with the runway setup and all of those sort of things. It is located south of Florence, Arizona, and a very neat airport to see on our descent. Another airport we were able to see on our descent was Phoenix Mesa International Airport. Phoenix Mesa International Airport is home to one of the largest Allegiant Air operations in the United States and is a very cool airport. Look at that trio parallel runway setup. That is awesome. And as we can see by the shadows on the ground, there were quite a few clouds in the area, but they definitely looked pretty cool, so I wasn't complaining too much. As we continue to descend into the Phoenix area, we will give our final thoughts about this flight as we get ready to land on runway 26 at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. I thought that American Airlines did another awesome job with this flight. It was very enjoyable and I had a blast. The amenities were nice, the cabin crew was friendly, the product was solid, and I couldn't have asked for much more than what was presented. Even though these older A321s are definitely showing their age a little bit, November 170 Uniform Sierra was still a ton of fun. I was also pleased with my main cabin extra upgrade. I mainly upgraded because of the engine wing view combo, but the extra legroom was definitely worth it on this longer flight. What a beautiful view we have of Phoenix on this final approach. Like I said, the full landing video will be coming out very soon. Definitely consider checking it out as it was beautiful. Anyways, nevertheless, here's our landing on runway 26 at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. Enjoy.
Phoenix local time here is 1:01. We will be taxiing for a few minutes. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. At that time, please check around your seating area and in the overhead compartments for any personal items you brought on board today. Please use care when opening the overhead compartments, as your items may have shifted during our flight.
Welcome to Phoenix, everybody. I'm super excited to be here as it's my first time here as an aviation enthusiast. There's a Delta Airbus A330 over at the T3 South Concourse. What a beautiful view we have over here at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. This is lovely. As expected, I went full-on DSLR picture mode, so I do not have any more footage of our taxi in. However, I can definitely recreate the experience. American Airlines parks at Terminal 4 at Phoenix on the north side with concourses A and B. This part of the terminal consists of 4 concourses and is absolutely ginormous. Today we'll be parking at N2 at gate Alpha 5. As you can see by this wing view, it was absolutely beautiful and I was so excited to be in Phoenix. Thank you guys so much for watching this trip report. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. The next videos up for this trip will be the takeoff and landings from this flight, followed by the layover vlog at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, which will be followed by the American Airlines Airbus A321neo trip report from Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I hope you guys are excited for all of these videos. They were absolutely awesome and I don't want you guys to miss out on them. If you don't want to miss out on this content and haven't already, I highly recommend clicking that subscribe button and enabling your notification bell so you know when these videos are posted. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to consider giving it a like and commenting below if you guys had any thoughts, feedbacks, or want to reply to any of the questions I asked throughout this video. Nevertheless, I'm going to be super excited to see you guys in the next parts of the Dallas and Phoenix day trip. Feel free to check out the full playlist I've made for this day trip, as all the content will be compiled into this one playlist. Also, feel free to check out any of the content from the first leg of the trip coming from Tulsa to Dallas on the American Airlines Airbus A319 and the Dallas layover vlog. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time as Redriveraviation is signing off.
Your safety is important to us. Please pause for a moment. Give your attention to the flight attendants. Luggage and personal articles should be stowed either overhead or under the seat in front of you. To prepare for departure, close your tray table. Place your seat in the upright position. If you haven't already fastened your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle and pull the strap so it's tight across your hips. To open your seatbelt, lift the top of the buckle. Keep your seatbelt fastened when the seatbelt sign is on. And just in case there's turbulence, keep it on whenever you are in your seat. U.S. law requires compliance with lighted and posted signs and crew instructions. All flights are non-smoking. This includes e-cigarettes. It's against the law to tamper with, disable, or destroy the lavatory smoke detectors. The safety card in your seat pocket explains the safety features of this airplane, including the location and operation of exits and flotation devices. This airplane has 2 exit doors in the front, 2 exit doors forward of the wings, 2 exit doors behind the wings, and 2 exit doors in the back. All exits have evacuation slides to use in an emergency. When directed to exit, jump onto the slide and move away from the airplane. In a water evacuation, the exit door slides in the front and back of the airplane can be detached and used for flotation. All exits are clearly marked with signs and opening instructions. If needed, exit path lighting in the aisle will illuminate near the floor. To guide you to an exit indicated by signs and lights, keep in mind the closest exit may be behind you. In the event of an emergency, leave all belongings, proceed to the closest usable exit. If needed, oxygen masks will drop from an overhead compartment. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull the mask down to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and put the elastic band over your head. Pull the straps to tighten and breathe normally. Put on your mask before helping others. Oxygen is flowing even if the bag doesn't inflate. Your life vest is in a compartment under next to your seat. Pull the strap through the life vest pouch. If equipped with an elastic harness, remove the harness before opening the pouch. Take the vest out as shown on the safety card and put it over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach the buckle and tighten. Inflate your vest as you leave the airplane by pulling down on the red tab or by blowing into the red tube. Never inflate the vest inside the airplane. All vests have a light that turns on automatically in the water. If necessary, an infant life vest will be distributed by a flight attendant. The safety card shows how to use it. We will be dimming the cabin lights for takeoff. Individual reading light controls are overhead. Thank you for your attention. Enjoy your flight. And thank you for watching our safety demonstration. We have added safety measures due to COVID-19. We appreciate your attention for a few more moments. In the event oxygen masks drop from an overhead compartment, remove your face mask before placing the oxygen mask over your nose and mouth. As a part of our clean commitment, everyone must wear a face mask over your nose and mouth and secured under your chin or neck during the flight. You may briefly... Welcome to Phoenix. Local time here is 1:01. We will be taxiing for a few minutes. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. At that time, please check around your seating area and in the overhead compartments for any personal items you brought on board today. Please use care when opening the overhead compartments, as your items may have shifted during our flight. You may now use your cell phone. American Airlines, our One World partners, thank you for flying with us today, and we hope to see you again soon.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today, and today we have the layover vlog at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport from 1 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. on February 28, 2021. I hope you guys are excited for today's layover vlog. If you guys missed the American Airlines Airbus A321 trip report, that is where we're picking up this video. So if you missed that, I highly recommend checking it out so you're completely up to speed on where we are right now. I was super excited to be at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. This was my first time at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport as an aviation enthusiast, and I was super excited for this layover. Even though our inbound flight was slightly late, I still had a solid hour to explore Phoenix and do some really fun things that we'll be presenting in this layover vlog. I had multiple objectives as I got to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. We arrived into the N2 concourse in Terminal 4 with the A gates, and I had quite a few objectives, like I said, with the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport layover vlog. My main objective, of course, was to do some spotting in Terminal 4, which I was super excited about, but I also wanted to explore Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport as a whole. As you guys can see, as we're currently getting off the aircraft, the airport was super busy, which was expected during this time of the year, but still very awesome to see that. It was super fun to get to fly in with such a scenic approach, and we had some awesome weather to do some fun spotting at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. The first thing that I noticed when I got to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, even though I've seen it on videos online, is just the whole desert vibe that the inside of Terminal 4 gives you. With the wall designs and just the atmosphere in general, you just feel like you're in the desert. And with the scenery out the windows, the big windows and everything, it was a really good vibe. And I was honestly super excited to be at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. Before going on this trip, of course, I did my research, so I knew what the best places to spot at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport in Terminal 4 would be. I ultimately came to this verdict that it was probably going to be on the northeast side of Terminal 3 because that would give us a great view of the taxiway, arriving aircraft, great scenic backgrounds, etc., which I was super excited about. I apologize that I wasn't able to film completely everything because it wasn't just like the Skylink where I could just go around and film everything, so I'm kind of at a lack for footage, which I apologize about. But what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be taking a look at some of these photos, and following that, we're going to be doing some spotting at Terminal 4's northeast pier of the N3 concourse. Alrighty guys, so let's take a look at some of these pictures. I'm sorry if they've already came on the screen, but we're just going to do some more in-depth look. So here is a picture right here looking outside of the connecting pieces by the concourses in Terminal 4. Just an absolutely beautiful photo here, as we can tell. So this pier was connecting N2 and N3. This honestly was a really good location for plane spotting. The hardest thing about it for landing aircraft on runway 26 was they just came out of nowhere. Unless you were literally stalking Flight Radar 24 or any tracking app, they literally just flew by, so you had to be ready for it. So that was the only disadvantage. Honestly, I was very pleased with the clarity and every opportunity that was presented here, but it was just super hard to predict and just keep a constant eye on it. So, but for taxiing aircraft especially, it was super nice because the concourse is kind of peered in, so you can't see the aircraft landing. So it was still a good spot though, and I still really liked it. And here's another picture of how busy the airport was. I may have shown these couple already, but here is one particularly just showing how busy Phoenix was during this time of the year. Phoenix, warm destination, even though not on this day, but still fairly warm destination. Great place to go during the winter. Everybody was hustling and bustling going to their respective destinations, which was super cool to see. Alrighty, so landing in this picture, so what I did was I did end up going over to N4 just in case if there was a good spot over there. There was a lot of gates and they kind of just crammed the windows, so there really wasn't just a great spot over there, and it was so crowded. So I decided to opt out of that and take it back over to N3. I did do a little bit of plane spotting at that area that I showed in that previous picture, and some of the shots did come out good. I did not film anything though, just because of how much was going on, and I would love to edit the pictures for this layover vlog, but it's just logistically not the most smart thing. But those will be coming to Instagram in the future, so I will be excited to present those to you guys. So here we arrive at the N3 part of the concourse where I did the plane spotting. Now, as you guys can tell, This is going to be kind of a challenge, but kind of not, because this is the northeast corner of the gate. You guys can see the AirCal retro livery. That's my 5th or 6th time seeing it, which was really cool. But over there on the corner gate, and then this A320 that was on the next gate right next to it. There was a really nice little lane right there, but the only problem was it was definitely kind of a challenge until that A320 left to get some ideal shots from over there. But that was okay because I was ready for that challenge. So we have a variety of video clips to watch of numerous aircraft landing. You'll hear my camera just going off. And like I said, I'm super sorry that I wasn't able, or I don't have the time to edit all the photos for this layover vlog because that would be ideal. But we do have an assortment of video clips to watch here and a couple of shots off the camera and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm excited to present this to you guys. So let's take a look at these clips. So we made it to the spotting location in 3, and I saw some awesome stuff for sure. Quite a bit of American mainline, some Southwest, and then as you guys can see on the screen, we had 2 absolutely awesome Boeing 767-300s, one a freighter and one a passenger. Let's start with the passengers. That was the first one I saw with this Delta Airlines Boeing 767-300ER. Don't mind these raw pictures. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of context so it didn't just come out like, what the heck are we doing here? But really awesome aircraft. Unfortunate that we couldn't get any sunlight on it, but hey, you love the 767. It was awesome to catch that. And we also got to see a cargo 767 before I started recording, and that was the primary Boeing 767-300 freighter. Looks really nice. We did get a kind of decent one here, as you can see, with a little bit of light. I'll have to do some fine editing to make a solid photo out of that, but that was really awesome. But as we'll see in this next clip, we have the United Airlines Boeing 900, pardon me, landing in. So let's take a look at this. The next one that I recorded was this Delta Airlines Airbus A321 landing. Following this, we got to see arguably the best catch of the spotting session at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, which was this United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9 in the Evo blue colors. This is my first time catching a MAX 9, and I was super excited. And just like that, it was already about time to board our American Airlines Airbus A321neo with service back to Dallas-Fort Worth. Due to that delay getting in and overall just a short layover, there was not a whole lot of time to spot. However, we did get some really good stuff, especially for only being able to spot for an hour, and I was very satisfied, especially with that MAX 9. We also got a JetBlue A320 in the barcode tail, the American Airlines 737 AirCals. I'm sure you guys saw in the left of the screen over there. I did get that pushing back and taxiing, but that was once I boarded the American A321neo, as we'll see in the trip report. There was also some other really cool catches. We got to see a Chester, a Contour, a couple Southwest 737s, some Frontiers, more Delta A321s. So there was a lot of really good stuff. So I really hope you guys are excited for even more to come. But overall, Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport is an absolutely beautiful airport. It definitely gives off such a different vibe. It definitely makes me want to go back to those concourses. And I highly recommend, if you ever get a chance to check out Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport or Phoenix in general, you will have a fantastic time, especially with just how different it is. And especially as a winter hotspot coming up for, once again, this fall, or this winter, pardon me. Highly recommended, and really excited for what's to come. Hopefully I can make a better Phoenix layover vlog in the future, potentially. If I get another chance to go out there, I would absolutely love to, and you will not be disappointed. There's plenty of flights all around the United States, and even quite a few in the Mexico and Canada. And speaking of that, I also saw Air Canada CRJ 705 or 900 in the new colors, 900, pardon me. It had a really interesting flight number. It was AC, I think 8305, and on top of that, it only came on Sundays, so maybe a once a week kind of cargo orientated flight. I don't know, but that was really cool to see. And I also forgot to mention this, but I also saw Volaris A320 fence tips, so that was really cool. But anyways, guys, I know it was short, I apologize, but I hope you guys are excited for the American Airlines Airbus A321neo trip report. The takeoff was absolutely phenomenal, and there was some stunning views, including a very interesting ground stop situation. Honestly, probably the funnest flight of the trip, even though all 4 of them were great. So I really hope you guys are excited for that. But with all that being said, thank you so much, Phoenix Sky Harbor, for such an awesome experience in my short time there. I really hope I'm able to make it back out soon. They have some awesome planes flying in, and it's such a cool airport. I had a great experience overall. After this, I used the restroom, got me a Coke for the flight back to Dallas, and we will pick it up right there in that trip report from where we're leaving off right here, which should be coming out next week. I'm still recovering from mono when I'm making this video, so I have no idea when that's going to be, but maybe October, maybe November, maybe January. I honestly don't know, but it will hopefully be coming out next week. But anyways, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure not to miss out on that American A321neo trip report. The takeoff was phenomenal. But with all that being said, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today, and today we have the trip report on the American Airlines Airbus A321neo from Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I hope you guys are excited, and without any further delay, let's begin. Welcome to Gate Alpha 7 as we're currently getting ready to board this American Airlines Airbus A321neo November 404 Alpha November with service back out to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. If you guys have not got a chance to check out the Dallas and Phoenix day trip content, including the PHX Layover blog, I highly recommend checking it out and getting caught up to speed on what all is built up to this Airbus A321neo trip report. Speaking of this Airbus A321neo, this will be the first time flying on one for me, and I was super excited. I was getting ready to board in Group 6, and without any further delay, let's get on board and get in our seat 12A. Welcome to seat 12A. As you can tell, we have an awesome amount of legroom, especially for a flight of this length. I'm 5'11" for retrospective. There's the universal power outlet looking really nice. The seat back contents, as you can see right here. We have the tray table right here as well. Panning over to the USB port, which was a really nice addition to the Oasis cabin. The device holder and the American Way magazine. And panning over to this amazing engine wing view combo. Take a look at that.
Forecast not a guarantee. Please pay attention to that seatbelt sign. If I put it on, it's on for a darn good reason. One other mandatory briefing. The federal government, CDC, and TSA have all issued orders regarding wearing that face mask. Yes, it's now a federal offense, not...
Let's push back, everybody. Stay on the lookout for the full pushback and engine start video, as it was an absolutely awesome sequence. During pushback, we had an unfortunate sequence go down. I was trying to prop my iPhone 12 Pro Max between the headrest of my seat and the inside of the fuselage to essentially act as a tripod for my camera. As you guys could tell, it was working really well during the time-lapse footage, as it was very stable. Unfortunately though, I accidentally moved my seat and my phone fell through the crack between the seat and the fuselage. Luckily though, there was a nice lady seated behind me and she was able to get my phone. Take a look at this.
Takeoff. Individual green light controls.
That was rather interesting. Anyways, we taxied out and I thought we were going to head to the active runway, but we actually made a left turn for a rather interesting reason.
Thought the weather was all the way through there. We get out of here unscathed. They've put a ground stop for traffic coming into DFW, so we are over here in a penalty box, and they're going to update us at 1/2 the hour. So we got about 30 minutes. We're going to sit here to get an update. Hopefully it'll be good news and we can get out of here pretty quick, but for the meantime, we're going to shut them down and sit here for about 30 minutes.
And as you guys can see, we made our way over to the penalty box because DFW was in a ground stop. Now the reason DFW was in a ground stop, as you guys may have heard from the pilot, was because there was severe thunderstorms in the DFW area. As you guys can see in this screenshot, the thunderstorms weren't too bad, especially for Texas standards, but hey, I'm very appreciative of the regulations to keep air travel as safe as possible. I got very lucky to be set up in an awesome spot to do some plane spotting out the window, so why don't we do some? Even though the camera wouldn't focus, I got to see the United Airlines 737 MAX 9 we got to see in the Layover vlog again, which was really nice.
Yeah, we'll get out of here and underway for Dallas-Fort Worth Airport pronto. So if you're up and about, please make it back to your seat, strap in, and we'll be taxiing here in just a couple.
After about 35 minutes, the ground stop was finally lifted at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, and about 45 minutes behind schedule, it was finally time to make our way over to the active runway. We left the penalty box and taxied back by Terminal 4 down Taxiway Charlie before making a right turn and taxiing down Taxiway Romeo all the way down to the Echo 13 entrance for runway 25 right. Now guys, let me tell you, this is by far one of the best takeoffs I've ever been on and probably will ever be on, as I'm just saying right now, this was absolutely incredible, as you guys are about to witness. Between the perfect lighting situation, the amazing Phoenix scenery, and downtown Phoenix as well, it was absolutely amazing. We also cannot forget the CFM LEP engines on the American A321neo. I don't think it gets any better than this. I hope you guys take the time to watch this. Don't forget to check out the takeoff video when that comes out, as it was absolutely breathtaking. Let's do it, everybody. That was a stunning takeoff from Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. As you guys saw, we had the Southwest MAX 8, the Air Canada A22300, along with the American grounded aircraft all there on the tarmac. We had downtown Phoenix, which was so nice. I forgot how close all the buildings were to each other, so that was super cool to witness. And of course, all the mountains behind and all the urban areas, just so cool. We ended up making a really solid 150-degree turn back to our left to head back towards Dallas-Fort Worth to get up to our cruising altitude of 31,000 feet, and it was a beautiful afternoon to climb, so let's do as such. Also, don't forget to check out that full takeoff video from Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport when it comes out. You will not regret seeing the full views that takeoff provided. It was absolutely amazing. It wasn't the most eventful climb up to 31,000 feet inside the cabin, but it most certainly was outside the cabin, as you guys can see by these views. Taking a little bit more of an in-depth look here at our seat, here's the seat belt looking very, very nice, as we can see right here. The armrests I think are honestly a little bit wonky, but hey, what more can you expect on Oasis and Kodiak, but still not horrible, I suppose. Here's the seat back. I honestly think that the legroom is very adequate for this seat, and I thought it was really, really nice. I'm 5'11" for retrospective, like we were talking about earlier, and also the power outlet looking really nice. It was 355, and we were cruising at a very nice pace, and take a look at these views, man, these clouds. Very interesting, but very, very cool to look at, most certainly, and rest in peace to the American way. Panning it on over to the American Airlines Airbus A321neo lavatory. As you can tell, it is pretty nice. Here's me right here, as you can see, the sink and soap dispenser, and unfortunate to see that. Hopefully it's not a common occurrence, but as you can see, some paper towels laid on the ground. Very unfortunate, most certainly. Panning it on over, we have the baby rack, as you can tell, and then the toilet right here, pretty nicely kept right there outside the towels. So yeah, not too bad, but pretty unfortunate, pretty wide as well. And here we go with the seat back contents. Right here we have the American Airlines Airbus A321neo safety card. I've always found the configuration absolutely awesome on the A321neo, kind of similar to the 737-900, so that's really cool. And of course we have the water evacuation information, if I can even get it open, which is really awesome and is very helpful, of course. All the information in the safety card, pardon me, of course, very, very, very important, of course. And here's the back right here, as we can see. Panning it on over to the American Way magazine. Gonna dearly miss these. Super glad that we at least get to look through it a couple more times. But the American Way is such an awesome component to American Airlines. Unfortunately now gone. Maybe they'll do a digital magazine in the future, who knows. There was a little sticker on that, it looks like. And here is the air sickness bag, which is very needed. You never know, especially with the virus, who knows. And then here is the device holder. Now I put my iPhone 12 Pro Max on it, and it was able to fit, but it propped up on that area, that kind of in place engrooved area, rather than the actual prop up thing. So it's more meant for tablets, but cell phones do prop up on it. And there's the USB, like we talked about. So very, very nice stuff right here, as we can see. And as we can see, there's where the American Way magazine goes in that little holder right there, and a bunch of stuff in the seatback contents, looking very nice. The American Airlines Airbus A321neo doesn't have a rich history by any means in the American Airlines fleet, but most certainly has a solid presence in the American Airlines fleet, as American Airlines currently has 36 of these Airbus A321neos with an additional 34 on order. American Airlines has used these aircraft to replace the Boeing 757 and 767 even to a degree on tons of flights around North America. American Airlines has 196 seats equipped on these Airbus A321neos, with 20 first class seats in a 2-2 configuration for the first 5 rows, main cabin extra taking up 47 seats in a 3-3 configuration till about the emergency exit, and then 129 main cabin seats in a 3-3 configuration as well to round out the latter half of the aircraft. The American Airlines Airbus A321neo is mainly utilized at American Airlines' West Coast hubs in Phoenix and Los Angeles, flying numerous flights to Hawaii and the US mainland as well. You can also find these aircraft across the other hubs, but not to the significant degree that they are at Phoenix and Los Angeles. The first class cabin has 37 inches of pitch with 41 inches of width. The main cabin extra has 33 to 38, in most cases 33 inches of pitch with 17-18 inches of width. And then finally, the main cabin has a solid 30 inches of pitch with 17-18 inches of width. All of the American Airlines Airbus A321neos are currently fitted with the Oasis cabin, which most certainly isn't perfect, especially in first class, but it's not the absolute worst thing in the world, especially for the economy product and the bring your own entertainment model. I'm really excited to see how American Airlines will long-term utilize these aircraft in their fleet. I would not be surprised if they end up flying some transcontinental routes, even though I believe the XLR will primarily do that, but I'm really excited to see what will happen with the American A321neo fleet for many years to come. The aircraft is absolutely awesome and I'm a huge fan of it, and like I said, I'm very, very excited to see where the aircraft goes. This is my first time on an Airbus A321neo, and obviously, as you guys can tell, I've really enjoyed it. It's an absolutely awesome aircraft, and I really like these LEP engines as well. That was most certainly a highlight. And then seat 12F. What more would you want than a seat like this? Just absolutely awesome, highly recommended. The dual window setup and the amazing engine wing view combo, it is absolutely awesome. So well done American with this one seat alignment. It's actually really good. But yeah, that's a full rundown on the American Airlines Airbus A321neo. As you guys can tell, cruise hasn't been too eventful. There has been some awesome clouds which have been really cool, but outside of that, it's been pretty uneventful, but it's been very enjoyable. I've really enjoyed it, so let's keep looking at these amazing views, most certainly. After a calm hour-and-a-half cruise, it was time for descent into Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. We would be landing in a cloudy DFW environment today after the thunderstorms rolled through earlier in the day. The Southern Plains has some of the best sunsets out there, and let me tell you that this approach was absolutely no exception to that rule of thumb. As you guys can see, there was a little gap where the sun made way through for a beautiful sunset, and unfortunately I was on the wrong side of the aircraft to get to see all of it, but at least I got a little glimpse of it, as you can see right here. What a beautiful sunset on this February evening. Today we'll be landing on runway 35 center at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Now, if you watched the previous trip reports, you may be wondering, did DFW's flow change between the time we left earlier that day on the American Airlines Airbus A321 and coming back on this flight now this evening? It most certainly did. The flow changed from a south flow with a south wind to a north flow with a north wind because the cold front came in during the time that we were gone and brought the thunderstorms and a different wind direction, which I thought was really cool. Now, it's not necessarily uncommon for DFW to have a north wind, especially in the winter. However, it's still really nice to get this different view of DFW landing, as most of the time this flow is from the south and most people get to see the arrival from the north side of the airport. I was very excited for this approach, as we would have a parallel landing with the heavy cargo aircraft along with some really cool views of DFW. Our approach was rather simple. We came in straight and made a left 90-degree turn to line up with runway 35 center at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I hope you guys are excited for this approach and landing. Don't forget that the full approach and landing video will be coming very soon. Stay tuned for it. It is really good. But nevertheless, as we approach runway 35 center, I'm going to be giving you guys my final thoughts on this flight and my opinions of how it went. I thought American Airlines did an excellent job with this flight. Even though it was calm and uneventful, I still had a great time watching the spectacular views outside the window and listening to those LEP engines all flight long. The crew was awesome, the seat was nice, and the experience was very satisfying. 12F on the American A321neo is one of the best window, wing view, engine combos you'll find, and I highly recommend it. What a wonderful seat. Like I said, don't forget to check out the full landing video when that comes out. Anyways, here's the landing on runway 35 center at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Enjoy. Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Unfortunately, due to the ground stop earlier in the day, all of American's mainline gates were occupied due to flights that were delayed due to that ground stop. So unfortunately, we had to taxi up to the thresholds between 17 left and 17 right to hold and wait for a gate to open.
In the positive category, I'm looking at a dozen jets up here at the north end of the airport that are doing the same thing we're doing, waiting for their gates. It's a bit of a chocolate mess still here, gate space-wise, so hopefully, I know hope's not a very good strategy, but hopefully some of these connecting flights are delayed just as much as we are, that you're going to be able to make your connection to get where you need to go. But I'll keep you updated the best I can, but for now, our gate is occupied. We're just going to have to wait until they call us. Do appreciate your patience. Thank you very much.
Waiting for a gate surprisingly only lasted roughly 10 minutes as gate Alpha 22 at the Alpha Concourse opened up within 10 minutes, which really surprised me. All in all, we ended up getting to the gate only 30 minutes late, so between that and the ground stop, very, very impressive. Thank you guys so much for watching this trip report on board the American Airlines Airbus A321neo from Phoenix Sky Harbor to Dallas-Fort Worth. I really appreciate it. The next videos up in this trip will be the takeoff and landing from this flight, followed by the final leg of the Dallas and Phoenix day trip from February 28th, 2021, which will be the DFW Layover vlog during the nighttime, which was really cool. The American Airlines Airbus A319 trip report with the fence tips, and the takeoff and landing from that video, and the conclusion vlog at Tulsa International Airport. I really hope you guys are excited for these upcoming videos. Don't forget that you can check out the full Dallas and Phoenix day trip playlist that I made with all the videos from this trip. I really feel like you guys would enjoy that if you guys haven't seen those videos already. Citrus Aviation also wanted me to mention his Neo Pro Max joke for the American Airlines Airbus A321neo. He was literally spamming my phone when we were getting ready to take off, so I definitely wanted to mention that for him. With all that being said, I would like to thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this trip report on the American Airlines Airbus A321neo. It was absolutely awesome, and I'm so excited to hopefully fly another one in the near future. But nevertheless, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.
Darn good reason. One other mandatory briefing. The federal government, CDC, and TSA have all...
First, make sure your seat is upright. All larger electronic devices are put away, and your tray table is stowed. Seatback device holders must be stowed for taxi, takeoff, and landing. If you have a carry-on, place it all the way under the seat in front of you. Larger carry-on luggage goes in the rear bin. If you have a handheld device, please switch it to airplane mode now. If your electronic device falls into your seat, please do not adjust your seat and contact a crew member for assistance. If you are seated at an overhead exit, your window shade must remain open for taxi, takeoff, and landing. If you haven't already fastened your seatbelt, insert the metal end into the buckle and pull the strap so it's tight across your hips. To open your seatbelt, lift the top of the buckle. And remember, seatbelts should be fastened whenever you're seated in case of unexpected turbulence. U.S. law requires compliance with lighted and posted signs and crew member instructions. All flights are non-smoking, including e-cigarettes. It's against the law to tamper with, disable, or destroy the lavatory smoke detectors. Doing so may result in a fine. The safety card in your seat pocket explains the safety features of this airplane, including the location and operation of exits and flotation devices. But of course, don't hesitate to ask our crew members questions. This airplane has 6 exit doors, 3 on each side of the aircraft, and 2 over wing exits over the wings. Take a moment to locate the nearest one. fastened and pull the mask down to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and put the elastic band over your head. Pull the straps to tighten and breathe normally. You should always put on your mask before helping others. Oxygen is flowing even if the bag does not inflate. Life vests are located opening the pouch. Take the vest out as shown on the safety card and put it over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, attach the buckle, and pull tight. Once outside, pull the tab to inflate
going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today. And today we have the layover vlog at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on February 28th, 2021. I hope you guys are excited for today's video, and with all that being said, let's begin. I've just arrived at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport for the second time on this day after the first 3 legs of the Dallas and Phoenix day trip. We are currently picking up this trip from the American Airlines Airbus A321 Neo trip report. If you guys have not got a chance to check out that video, I highly recommend checking it out so you're caught up to speed on everything going on. Nevertheless, I am so excited to be back at DFW for an excellent few hours, and I have numerous goals during this layover. I was so happy to be back at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Even though it's only been 12 hours to this point since I've been at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, it is always awesome to be at DFW no matter what, and I was super excited to already be back. I had 2 main objectives during this layover at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. My first objective was to do some awesome plane spotting on the Skylink during this beautiful evening, and my second objective was to get some dinner at DFW International Airport. So I thought, why don't we do the plane spotting first and then do the dinner, and that is exactly what I did. I made my way up to the Skylink as per usual, and we got after it. There was some absolutely awesome stuff on the Skylink, and I was super excited for it. I only went around on the Skylink once opposed to the first DFW spotting vlog because not only was my layover tighter, but I also wanted to get some dinner and had some adequate time to do as such. So I had approximately 45 minutes to do some awesome plane spotting on the Skylink. Since we're only going around one time and there was a lot of different stuff, I will be commentating the whole thing. So I hope you guys are excited for it. And with all that being said, let's get on the Skylink and see all these awesome aircraft at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Alrighty everybody, let's get started. Super excited to be back up here. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Right here we have the American Airlines Boeing 737-800 and the Reno Air Heritage paint scheme. We'll have a picture of that and go into some more context about that. Was so excited. That was my very first time seeing it. Here at 824 we have this American Airlines Airbus A319. This would be the guide taking me up to Tulsa in the next trip port. Super excited for that trip port. Stay tuned for it. Then we have a ton of American Airlines mainline aircraft. There's the A321 Neo I came in on. Sorry, that was a little late. And a ton of A319s, A321s with fence tips, a ton of A321s with sharklets, and a ton of mainline aircraft. Also wanted to say it's just mainline aircraft, so this is a good place to insert this. As you can tell, I'm trying to take pictures, but that obviously didn't work very well since it was at night and the reflection was so bad. So what I end up doing is once we get over to the north entrance of the B Skylink, I end up changing to just film, so I just use my phone against the window, which worked really well compared to not getting very good shots. So I did my absolute best, and I thought it turned out really well. So may do a little bit more in the future, but obviously the mount during the day does awesome, as we saw in the previous vlog. But regardless, looking really nice. One thing that I do want to make note of is the old American Airlines logo on that baggage tug. It's so awesome to see all the old livery signs or, you know, reminiscence still around. And if I had to say, that's probably one of the most common old livery signs seen around on the American Airlines side of things is all those old baggage carts. There obviously are some things in the cabin like the I'm trying to think of what they're called, but what the flight attendants use to do the services and everything, things like that. But really cool. Continuing through Concourse A right here, here's American Airlines 737-800, and we have a ton of mainline aircraft. But up here at the north side of A on this day, they were parking a ton of 737s. There's another one, and I think 2 more to include Concourse A. 3 more, pardon me. My goodness. Look at all those 737s. Obviously, there's like 225 of them in the fleet still, so rather remarkable to say the least. Passing over the bridge, we go over the Concourse B, looking really nice. Really nice. There's another 737 as we speak, and there's the tracks over to probably the maintenance for the Skylink trains. So that's really cool. Trains, whatever you like to call them. Alrighty, Mesa 900 looking really good at the edge there. B48, 48 gates at B, very impressive. Unless if something went wrong or something. Got Envoy 175, another one, and another one. And how about 4, 5, 6? Golly. Then some 145s up there and maybe a Mason 900. Wow. How about all those Envoy 175s? They are everywhere. And the B extension illuminates so well during the night. If you missed the previous layover vlog, be sure to check that out as we go into full detail on B. Be sure to check out that layover vlog if you haven't already. And right here, I believe we transition over to just filming, which is really nice. I got the Mason 900 sticking out over there at B34, and really nice session in the concourse right here. Tons of people down there, really impressive for back in February 2021. 737 taxiing over there, and also that looks like a 319 potentially over there on the right side, and it looks looks like Allegheny's actually back there in the very back. That's really cool. And also another 737-800. And here we go, proceeding on. Mason 900 once again, I believe. That's looking very nice. And let's see what else we have on here on the Skylink. Alrighty, here we go. Quite a few empty gates, and then there is a Mason 900 once again, and an Envoy 175. There's the West Hangar over there as well, looking really good. I think I was getting the hang of things at this point filming. Another Embraer 175, and another one following as such. There's a ton of them, so you guys will just see them go through. But this is what makes Dallas awesome, you know. There's only so many aircraft types you can have, and as you can tell, American Eagle for Envoy has a plethora of Embraer 175s operating out of Dallas. They are literally everywhere. They have took over the world at this point. Okay, I think I get the filming fully figured out for this next session, but as you can tell, moving into Concourse D looking very nice. There's the Envoy 175 once again, and transitioning through, they just don't stop. But really nice to see all these aircraft. It's my favorite regional jet, so I'm not complaining. I really want to get on one really soon. Hopefully I'll be able to soon. There's a Mason 900 with slanted winglets. That's really a nice catch right there. And plenty of Embraer 175s. That will do it for the 175s for at least the moment. That probably will do it for most of them though. But anyways, really cool section over here as well with the building and everything. Look into the concourse. Look at those escalators. I've never been on those escalators. That will definitely be a goal next time I'm at Dallas. Those looked really cool. Zooming in here, taking a look at all these taxiing aircraft DFW at night. That looks really nice, but I'm definitely checking out that extension. I just caught that caught my eye a lot, so I'll definitely see that. Speaking of catching my eye, One World 777-200 ER, I believe this was 791. Very nice to see that. I think it was. I'll see if I can go back and find it for sure, but panning over to Concourse D here, look at all those 175s. That is crazy. That used to be all 145s and 140s, but times have changed significantly. Now it's all mainline again. A321 with Sharklets looking really good, and there she is. Wow, look how nice that looks. Very nice. Another 321, and we pan into the section of the windows of Concourse D, looking very good. I've only been in Concourse D once on the actual ground level. It seems really cool. Just look at all the sculptures and everything. It definitely gives off the international vibe, which is really nice. And as we will take a moment here, we'll transition into the next clip, and for everything that, or pardon me, we'll transition into the next clip as it's currently 7:13. A lot of awesome things going on, and we'll take a look at our next aircraft in line at Concourse D. Alrighty guys, I cut out the transition between the north entrance and south entrance because there wasn't a whole lot to see. There was some nice architecture, but I didn't want to bore you guys too much with that. I'm sorry guys, free rolling commentating is pretty hard. But regardless, there is a unit right there, the British Airways 787-9. What a facility. It was super nice to see that. It was so nice. I tried to take pictures and I felt pretty bad, but regardless, I most certainly gave it my best shot, but obviously, as you guys can tell, it was not working very well, but it's still super cool to see that. Take a look at that. Alrighty, transitioning over, there's the D extension. It wasn't open at that current time when we went by, but it still looked really nice. And there's the Sun Country 737-800. I think the old titles were on that one, but still looking really good. Like I said, the D extension was being worked on at that current time, and they were making it happen to the best of their ability, so looking really good. Man, look at D lit up. That looks so nice. Really like that a lot. Transitioning over to the F hard stand, as you guys can see, we have an American 737-800 right there. That's looking very nice. Man, it goes so slow, it feels like sometimes, but it'll go much quicker as we transition over here. And there is the Korean Air Boeing 787-9 on an all-cargo flight. Very nice. There's American Airlines 787-8 and lit up and just stopped. Another 787-8, it looks like, or 222 actually, and another 222. So plenty of things to go over. Like we saw in the earlier that day in the previous layover vlog as well, the grounded American Airlines aircraft. Not a ton of them over here, but there was a couple. Also North Flow at that time. So there's an American taking off over there, it looks like. Some more grounded aircraft, and man, and also to the employees that all work at DFW. I can't thank you guys enough. I just saw those buses and immediately thought of employees, and during these times, just so thankful for all of our employees, pilots, flight attendants, ground crew, dispatch, everybody in the industry. It just is absolutely amazing to say the least. Transitioning over to the east side of the airport we go. Here's the bridges on the south side of the airport. They look really good. In the Delta Airlines Airbus A320, probably Detroit or LAX or maybe Minneapolis, something along those lines. Probably in the middle if I had to guess. Transitioning into the regional gates for the SkyWest 700s, there's a full house livery looking good, and there was a full flavor one as well. Another one to say the least, pardon me. There's a 145 over there, another Skywest 700. Seeing if anything in this frame catches my eye, but I don't see anything too crazy. Maybe one of the 140s are over there, one of the couple of them that were around at this time. I missed them so much. There's a Spirit Airlines. There's A320 with fence tips right there, E32. That looks really nice as well, looking very, very good, as we can see right there. And some more 145s and things along those lines. So those look really, really nice, as we can see right there. And then we're taking our little intermission here. That Spirit's getting filled up as well. That looks really nice. Well, it appears to be being filled up, but that's a really small machine to be under the wing. That doesn't look like a fuel tank, so I'm not sure what exactly is going on. I'm also not sure what I was doing zooming in and out right there, but that plane must have just landed. The bags are coming off, and we are transitioning into the next segment. Here we go, everybody. Alrighty. E31 was empty. Spirit has this whole section, as we previously talked about, looking good. And I'm sure maybe 140 over there. That middle one looks a little shorter, so maybe, who knows. Transitioning over, there's another Spirit A320 normal. Very nice. And there's a Delta A319 currently pulling into gate. That was nice and fluid. I have no idea where that was coming from. Maybe Detroit. That would be a solid guess. Transitioning over, next up we have empty gates galore. Delta has quite a few gates. They have some bank periods. All the night flights are coming in. So A220 100 on the ramp over there. Very nice. I don't think the 300 was in service quite yet. It may have been. I doubt it, though. I don't believe it was. And then transitioning Alaskan JetBlue gates, obviously empty during this time frame. And the north stop of the E concourse, looking very nice. Very nice American lineup over there. There was some ton of awesome stuff. As we continue to proceed on right here, like I said, not too much going on for the E-concourses, and nice American Airlines lineup, though. This was the night push, of course. So speaking of stuff not being there, there's finally some United mainline looking good. And coming up, we have an American One World over here at the last gate. I don't know if they were just parking here to park here on the corner gate. For the E-concourse, though, we saw that earlier in the day. I thought that was really interesting, American using that gate. I cannot remember if they used it when I was there in the summer previously or not. But regardless, One World over here, I'm not sure. See, as you guys can see, the jet bridge were disconnected and stuff. I'm not sure if American just does this with aircraft, just parks them there, disconnects aircraft and everything. But obviously, not too much was going on there, so that would be an assumption. But there's One World. I believe it was 837. I couldn't see it. I may try to pause the frame editing to confirm that. And another 737 of sorts currently hanging out. Not of sorts, just a normal American one, of course. They're currently doing construction on Concourse C with the new extension getting ready to go, which is really nice. More mainline aircraft as we make it over to the south entrance of Concourse C, looking really nice. Plentiful amount of action down here, as we can see. Quite a few 321s, as we previously talked about. They look really, really good, as we can see. And currently stop. Transitioning into the next clip we go, everybody. I'm sorry that I cut it up so much. I have no idea what my intent. I guess maybe I tried to take pictures. That's my only thought. I cannot remember. It's actually been quite a while. But yeah, we have the A220 over there. There's something taxing in. Maybe an American Skywest 700. I can't really tell. It looks like a T-TUL. Yeah, that's probably Skywest 700. That's my best guess on that. That's for sure. More American mainline, as we saw, of course, and there's some quite a few aircraft over there landing. It looks like 2. Very nice. And then we proceed on through the C concourse, heading up to the north entrance. Almost already back to Concourse A, where the departing flight was, of course. Another A321. Man, they just do not stop. That's crazy. 319, no 737. My screen's cutting out, so if it's a little off, I apologize. Alrighty, 319 at C26, very nice. Another 319, they're everywhere. There's the 321 fence tips. 320's not invaded Dallas yet, of course, if you guys are a little confused why there's no 320s. They were not here during this time frame. 319, 321, 319. Airbuses have took over American's fleet, man. It's crazy. Wouldn't say that in a bad way, but we've literally went over half of Concourse C is Airbuses. They literally do not stop. And there's finally 737 at C14. But it feels like 737 is a little unpresent compared to the Airbuses. Not even that many A319s with sharklets, speaking of. Which is absolutely crazy, of course, but man. And there's Reno Air in the back. We'll transition to a picture in a moment and talk about that, of course, because that was a huge deal. Probably the best thing of the layover. And finally, for our last round, or around the Skylink, if you will, to our departing entrance, or however you want to word that. Finally, a couple more 737s and a ton of ground service equipment. Look at all that. Maybe some sort of leak over here at C2. It looks like something went on over there, that's for sure. I love this transitioning frame right here. It just looks so nice. There's the American flag. Wow, very, very nice. This frame over here. C2 and 4 special gates, as you guys know. All right, American A321, that's 9:33 a.m. I've seen that one a couple times. It's a cool tail number. That's why I remember it. Finally, a 319 with sharklets. How about that? 838, very nice. Some more leaks, it looks like. There's another 319 with sharklets, so I guess they're just huddled up over here. A 737-800 over here. Another one taxiing in. Another 319. Yeah, so they must be over here on the south side A. I'll try to represent that in the next airport update. 737-800, of course. And Reno Air, man, oh man, look at that. So as you guys know, Reno Air is my favorite heritage livery. I've been on the pursuit to get this livery. At this current time, I saw Allegheny earlier in the day, so Reno Air was the only special livery I lacked to see from the American Airlines heritage fleet. And obviously, as you guys can tell, this was the day I did as such. Man, oh man, I was one happy camper. I was so happy to see it, and as you guys can tell, it was beautiful. You know, it was at night and everything, but hey, I'm still super happy to see it. It looks really nice. I believe it was going out to Boston, I think, and it came in from somewhere. Oh, I think it actually came in from Boston. It was going to Chicago, maybe. Something along the lines of that. It was February 28th, if anybody wants to go look. But really, really nice. Super, super glad we were able to stop and talk about Reno Air. Was super, super glad to see that. That was really, really nice. Didn't even have to insert a picture. And just like we started a couple minutes ago, here's those aircraft once again as we transition over. A24 was my gate, so I decided to go to the latter half over there. And dinner was closer, or let me rephrase this. What I chose to do for dinner actually was closer over there. Actually, that was not the 319. A 319 snuck out, another one came into that exact gate actually, or it may have been A18 was my gate. Let me see. I don't think it was 820. It may have been. I thought it was A24. I really thought it was. It wasn't 818. I swear it was 824. I guess we'll figure out in the trip report because I have forgot to this point. But looking really, really nice through here. Some really nice aircraft. And here we have arrived at the north entrance for the A concourse. Looking super, super good. And that was really fun. You know, obviously there wasn't a ton, it was kind of different. Wasn't able to take pictures and everything, but it was still a very, very cool experience as we take it down here. Down the escalators we go, and man, I'm already sad. That was fun, man. I'm super, super excited to get back up there real soon in the layover vlogs, most certainly. But looking really good, as we can tell. Very, very nice spotting session right there. Alrighty, guys, on to the latter half of this layover vlog. Thank you guys for watching the spotting. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And the latter half was really simple. Just took it into McDonald's, got some solid dinner, and man, what a day it was. I was super hungry, of course. I'm a very hungry person usually, so this was plentiful. So got into McDonald's, really simple. I wanted to keep spotting, but, you know, like I said, there wasn't going to be a ton of variation over one more Skylink round, and on top of that, it was night. So, you know, between those two factors, and, you know, maybe we would have saw Allegheny parked at the gate or something, but I was satisfied. It was a really good day to that point. I woke up at 4 o'clock, and I was just ready to sit down for a moment and just hang out for a moment. So got some McDonald's, was really, really satisfied with that, and went really, really well. So it was at this point that my gate actually changed to A24. I think it changed at that time and I got confused. So I ended up getting back on the Skylink and took it back over to gate A24. And I think, like I said, I think it was simply because it got changed. I think it was going to be one of those A gates down there, like A9 I think it was going to be. I can't remember off the top of my head. But regardless, I was super, super excited for my flight, and it was going to be awesome. So, like I said, took it over to A24. So, it ended up being at A24, but the process ended up not happening how I thought it would. So, sorry that we had to figure that out together. I'm sorry. This was literally, it's October 10th when I'm doing this. So, this was like already 8 months ago, which is really sad that it took this long for it to come out. But obviously, mono, everything in between, my schedule, this is how it happens. So, but take a look at these seats. I really like those seats. I usually sit on them when I'm spotting from the north ends of A or B on the Skylink entrances, and it worked really, really well. So it was 7:55, and the plane boarded at 8:15, I believe. So we had a plentiful amount of time. Got the DSLR going in. Was doing really, really well at this point. Was really enjoying life a little bit, or not a little bit, a lot. And I was tired, don't get me wrong, but I was enjoying. Had a solid dinner. Now looking at my reflection, was doing my thing, and man, it was an awesome day. Sorry that I sound out of breath too. That commentating was a lot. But regardless, we get ready to take it over here to the south side to get ready for our flight on A24 on the American Airlines Airbus A319 from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to Tulsa International Airport. Man, there was some stunning views. We had an awesome wing view, and I was super, super excited. It was really, really good. I don't know if I wait for the Skylink to come on this one or not. But regardless, really, really nice stuff, and I was very, very pleased with the whole situation and everything in between. And we've just got off the Skylink, everybody. We're currently going to make our way over to A24. There was only one thing that I didn't get to do that I really wanted to during this day. I really wanted to go to the American Airlines merchandise store. I believe it's in Concourse C. But unfortunately, I did not get the adequate time to do that, which was really unfortunate, but there's always next time, and I'm really, really excited for next time, most certainly. But as you can tell, we currently just made our way to A24, where our American Airlines Airbus A319, the second one just arrived, not the one in the previous clip that when we went on the Skylink, but this one just arrived in, and I was super, super excited for our flight. Thank you guys so much for watching this layover vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Man, I'm so excited for upcoming layover vlogs to come. And the next one will be the, we'll have the Tulsa check-in vlog for the Daytona Beach trip. And then, of course, we'll have the next Dallas layover vlog for that trip coming up very, very soon, which I'm really excited about. But at A24, we have our American A319 waiting to take us up to Tulsa, as we can see right here. And as you guys can see, we have quite a few people here ready to go to Tulsa. Everybody was super excited, and I was really, really excited for this. Thank you guys so much for watching this layover vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, we'll be doing the next one for the Daytona Beach trip. Pardon me, guys. Sorry, it's so hard to free talk when you're doing it like this. I really apologize. I'll try to make the next one cleaner. But regardless, thank you guys so much. We'll have the Tulsa outro vlog. I'm not sure what I'll call it yet. That will be the final video of this trip. But we'll have the trip port, takeoff and landing, pushback, engine start, and maybe an in-flight video because, man, there was some awesome views. There was a full moon on this night, and it was just so cool. There were some really cool clouds, and my iPhone 12 Pro Max did an excellent job encompassing everything, so I'm really, really excited for it. But with all that being said, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching this layover vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, I'm so sorry that was all over the place, especially there towards the end. I could not talk, but we made it happen. This is kind of just how it went, so I'm really excited for the next one. I hope you guys are too. And with all that being said, everybody, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love, and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are on a fantastic day today, and today we have a trip report on the American Airlines Airbus A319 from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to Tulsa International Airport. I really hope you guys are excited for today's video, and with all that being said, let's get started. Welcome to Gate Alpha 24 in the Alpha Concourse at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. If you guys have missed out on any of the content to this point from the Dallas and Phoenix day trip, I highly recommend checking it out so you're caught up to speed for our final leg of this trip. Getting ready to take us up to Tulsa, this is American Airlines Airbus A319, November 769 Uniform Sierra, a 21-year-old Airbus A319 with fence tips and CFM engines delivered brand new to US Airways back in December of 2000. This would be my 7th total Airbus A319 flight to this point and the 2nd of the day. I was super excited for my 4th total flight of February 28th, 2021. Take a look at this neat contraption. I would assume it's for checked bags. Who's ready to get on this baby bus? Let's get on board, everybody. Welcome to C24F. As you can tell, we have a pretty good amount of legroom for the main cabin. Not bad at all. The seat back contents, the tray table, and the American Way magazine as well. Panning over to the wing view, which I wish I would have got a little closer, but it was still going to be very nice for this flight.
Every seat will be occupied and every overhead bin should be full. Keeping that in mind, if you have brought 2 pieces of carry-on luggage, we are going to request that you place a smaller piece underneath the seat in front of you and the larger one in the overhead bin so that hopefully we can accommodate all of our passengers' luggage needs.
I was very glad to see the baggage getting loaded on as we were getting ready to depart. However, we did have one dilemma on our hands. It was approximately around 9 p.m., so that means that we were about 15 minutes behind. But honestly, for DFW standards, after a ground stop, this isn't too bad. Let's push back from Gate Alpha 24 at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Be sure to stay on the lookout for all the in-flight videos, as those will be coming out very soon. We had a relatively simple taxi to make our way down the runway 35 left at Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. We taxied south all the way down on taxiway Gulf, passing terminals C and E before making a left turn to hold short of runway 35 left. Following our takeoff, we made a slight right turn to head northeast to go towards Tulsa. I hope you guys enjoyed this takeoff. The city lights from Dallas were absolutely outstanding, and this was a beautiful takeoff from DFW. Be sure to stay on the lookout for the takeoff videos that will be coming out very soon. With all that being said, let's take off, everybody. What a beautiful takeoff. Let's get up to our cruising altitude of 26,000 feet. Take a look at that moon, everybody. Man, that is looking very nice. As we made our way up the cruise on this short flight, there was not too much time to relax or think before we began our descent into Tulsa. The views outside the window were unreal with the cirrus clouds and the full moon, as my iPhone 12 Pro Max did an outstanding job capturing it. I did not review the seatback contents because I did not want to disturb my nearby passengers and because of how good the views were. It was awesome to get to fly my 7th total Airbus A319. This was my second time flying an American A319 with fence tips. However, this was my first A319 with fence tips with CFM engines. Similarly to the Airbus A321 from earlier in this day trip on the second leg, as that was my first Airbus A321 for American with CFM engines as well. I still can't believe how short this flight was. I wish there would have been more time to enjoy this amazing flight. As you can see, we're currently beginning our descent into Tulsa International Airport. Sorry that I didn't film a lot, it was so dark so the camera had a hard time focusing, but the 12 Pro Max pictures, man, the compensation that brings is unreal. Take a look at these clouds, the ground city lights, the full moon, unreal. Huge props to the full moon for making this such an entertaining cruising session. Be sure to stay on the lookout for the in-flight video of the cruising so you guys can see all of these views and amazing pictures in that video that will be coming out very soon. Nevertheless, let's get our final thoughts and get ready for landing. We had a rather simple approach into Tulsa International Airport. We made a slight left turn to line up for runway 36 right for landing with the north wind at TUL. Between the city lights and the clouds, there was some amazing views to say the least. I thought American Airlines did an excellent job with this flight. Even though it went by really fast, the cabin was really nice and the outstanding views were plentiful to say the least. The crew was awesome, the seat was nice, and the experience was satisfying. 24F on the American Airlines Airbus A319 is a solid seat, but I'll definitely go for 21 or 22 next time, as 24 is just a little too far back for my liking. Don't forget to check out the full landing videos, that will be coming out very soon, and it was spectacular to say the least. Anyways, here's the landing on runway 36 right at Tulsa International Airport. Enjoy.
and gentlemen, would like to welcome you to Tulsa. The time is 10:02 p.m. The captain has requested that you please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened, and please keep the aisle clear of all carry-on luggage until the aircraft has come to a complete stop at the gate and the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign.
Welcome back to Tulsa International Airport. It was bittersweet to think that we started in this very same place just 18 hours ago and went halfway across the country and back. Nevertheless, we made our quick taxi to gate Alpha 7.
Such as laptop computers must remain turned off and stowed until we are parked at the gate. On behalf of your entire Dallas-Fort Worth based flight crew, I'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and we hope to see you again soon on another American Airlines flight. Flight attendants verify disarmed doors. Stand by for all call.
Thank you guys so much for watching this trip report on board the American Airlines Airbus A319 from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to Tulsa International Airport. Stay on the lookout for the in-flight videos from this trip, followed by the final video of this trip, which will be the arrival/conclusion vlog, where we will summarize the whole trip and give our final thoughts. Thank you so much, American Airlines, for an amazing flight once again, and I'm super excited to share my great experience with American again from my Florida trip coming very soon. With all of that being said, my name is Redriveraviation. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love, and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I'd like to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.
Every seat will be occupied and every overhead bin should be full. Keeping that in mind, if you have brought 2 pieces of ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome you to Tulsa. The time is 10:02 p.m. The captain has requested that you please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened, and please keep the aisle clear of all carry-on luggage until the aircraft has come to a complete stop at the gate and the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. In addition, please use extra caution when opening those overhead bins, as heavy articles tend to shift during landing. You are free to use your cellular devices at this time. As a reminder, those larger items, such as laptop computers, must remain turned off and stowed until we are parked at the gate. On behalf of your entire Dallas-Fort Worth-based flight crew, I'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business, and we hope to see you again soon on another American Airlines flight.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today, and today we have the arrival and conclusion vlog of the Dallas-Fort Worth and Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport day trip from February 28th, 2021. I hope you guys are excited for today's video, and with all that being said, let's begin. There will be two main sections of today's video: the arrival in the Tulsa International Airport and the conclusion of the whole Dallas-Fort Worth and Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport day trip and all the content we made for it. We will begin with the arrival in the Tulsa International Airport and proceed into the conclusion and recap for this day trip. Let's begin with deplaning at Tulsa International Airport after arrival on this American Airlines Airbus A319 from the last leg of the trip inbound from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Alrighty guys, so here we go with the live commentary exiting Tulsa International Airport here in the Alpha Concourse, which I honestly think is really nice. This concourse was renovated back in 2015. They added new seats. That sky panel up there was also modified, and as you can tell, it's really paid off. Look how nice it is. About 10 o'clock, I think it was about 10:10, so we deplaned within 10 minutes, which is very impressive. There's the Delta Connecticut Balbirna Day-900, probably on an Atlanta turn at that time, and very nice seats throughout here that look really good. We have some trash cans and everything that one would want passing by the Delta gates here, and over here on the right, I believe is Alpha 3 right next to us, and then the gate down, as you guys can see, and as we'll point to here in a second, is Alpha 1. Alpha 1's not been used in a very long time. I have no idea who used it in the past, pardon me, but it is still a cool gate. Nice to see seats there regardless. Passing through, as we can see, we have some very nice wall designs right here. I'm a big fan. They look really, really nice. The military lounge is as well, pardon me. What a nice humidity. There's the flight information board that looks really nice. Some rain was moving past from what we saw previously earlier in the day, and as we'll conclude later in this video. And then of course Tulsa is set up where the security checkpoints are in the middle for the two concourses, so of course that's barricaded off during this time of day. No flights are going to be leaving this late. Nope, not even the Allegiant delayed flights. But anyways, as we will go through, we'll exit here, and then we have some more things coming up as we make our way to the baggage carousel, so let's take a look at those as we'll transition into that clip right now. Alrighty, so we'll have a series of clips that are really short here, so bear with me. Here's some amazing artwork. Tulsa does a really good job putting amazing artwork on display. They post about it on their social medias and everything, which I think is really cool. There's where you would go check in for any of your flights, and one of my favorite parts of Tulsa International Airport, to be quite honest, is this baggage carousel system, pardon me, where you can literally see your bags coming through. Really, really cool. Here's the baggage carousel. Of course, I was not going to need this amenity because I was going on a day trip, but most people from this flight obviously went over there for obvious reasons. Looking good. And as you can see, it was very quick to get out of Tulsa International Airport. It's always nice and fluid, especially during this time of the day, and I always really enjoy it. Normally, I would do some plane spotting within the terminal, but of course, that checkpoint was closed, and along with that, it was so late. So, upcoming, we have a clip of me concluding the whole trip, so unbelievable. It was absolutely awesome. Let's conclude this.
Well guys, wow, just went like 18 hours. Felt like about 3 days, but hey, what can I say? I really hope you guys enjoyed the Phoenix day trip. We had a lot of hiccups, but man, we did our absolute best. I think I parked over there. Pretty convenient. Man, we're back from the pandemic, man. Flying wise, we ain't fully recovered yet, but we're just getting started. Wow, I truly can't thank you guys enough for watching this full series. I know it probably took a few months to produce, but it was a ton of fun to do it, and I had a blast making this content for you guys. Just as a kind word, if you guys did enjoy it, please consider liking, subscribing, and then if you guys would be kind enough to do so, please consider sharing with your friends, as this doesn't happen overnight. I bet I spent days upon end making this content for you guys. So, yeah.
Alrighty everybody, that'll do it for the first section of this video. Now we will transition into the conclusion and recap of this video. We will go piece by piece of all the legs of the Dallas and Phoenix day trip to see how the whole day unfolded of February 28th, 2021. Here we go. We began right where we just ended at Tulsa International Airport, checking in at roughly 5 a.m. We then proceeded into the airport to make it to gate Alpha 7 to board the American Airlines Airbus A319 with Sharklets with nonstop service to Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. The flight was absolutely outstanding and I really enjoyed it, to say the least. We arrived into DFW at roughly 7:30 a.m. and we had the DFW Layover that was so much fun. I went around the Skylink about 5 times. We then made our way to C7 in the Charlie Concourse to board our American Airlines Airbus A321 with IAE engines and fence tips with service to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport. Even though the flight did get delayed, it was still a pleasant flight with some great views, to say the least. We arrived in the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport for the first time and I was so excited. I've never been to Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport as an aviation enthusiast, and spotting at the Sky Harbor for the first time was something else. The lighting was amazing, the views were stunning, and Phoenix was the place to be in the winter, to say the least, in my opinion. The short layover flew by, no pun intended, and then to say the least. Even though we were delayed once again due to a ground stop in Dallas this time, it was still an unbelievable flight between the takeoff and the fantastic views of the mountains, the horizon, and everything in between. I really enjoyed the flight on the Airbus A321neo, and we made our way to DFW right at sunset. Once we arrived into DFW at about 6 p.m, we had a 2-hour layover, and between another round on the Skylink and getting some dinner, it was a bunch of fun. Our last leg of the trip was on the American Airlines Airbus A319 with fence tips from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport to Tulsa International Airport. We made our way over the Alpha 24 and the Alpha Concourse to get boarded up. The flight was the perfect icing on the cake, to say the least. There were some epic views and I had a bunch of fun on the flight. We arrived in Tulsa International Airport via gate Alpha 7 in D plane, which brings us to where we are now. Alrighty everybody, I really hope you guys enjoyed the first 2 sections of this video. There's going to be a mini third one right here, so there's going to be some free talking because I kind of want to give you guys an update on what's going on, the conclusion of this trip fully, because it's going to be one more big video and into the next trip we go. So first off, I just can't thank American Airlines enough. Tulsa International Airport, Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport, Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, and all the amazing employees and everybody in between for making this such an amazing flight. It was, or all of the amazing flights, pardon me. It was absolutely outstanding, and like I said through the full recap, Dallas was absolutely amazing. Phoenix was absolutely amazing. Yes, we may not have been perfect on weather throughout the whole trip, but it was a bunch of fun. Very excited to share the pictures on Instagram here in a couple of years. I know that does sound ridiculous, but we have to go in chronological order in my opinion, and there's a ton of amazing aircraft to post on Instagram in my opinion. So those pictures will be coming soon, your own will. There's 4 trip reports, there's I think 11 in-flight videos, and there is I believe 4 or 5 conclusion, intro, and layover vlogs. So be sure to check those out because the content was so much fun to make, as I alluded to previously. I had a bunch of fun doing it, and yes, it did take several hours. I'm going to take a guess it probably took maybe somewhere in the range of 24-ish, something like that. It definitely took a lot, but regardless, I really hope you guys enjoyed it because it was a bunch of fun, to say the least. So like I said, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check out that full playlist in there. And I wanted to transition into my next topic is there's going to be one more large video for this trip. I'm going to take every single video in the playlist and I'm going to put it into one massive video. So if you've already seen all the videos, that's perfectly fine. This video is just simply to kind of have a full retrospective and call it a full trip, if you will. So it will have all the trip reports, all the in-flight videos, and every single video in the trip in order. So for instance, it'll be the trip report, takeoff, in-flight video, landing, pushback, all that fun stuff. All of that will be in order in one gigantic video. Now the music from those videos will be the same. All of it's going to be the same. It's just going to be meshed together. The outros will be chopped off and that'll be it. So I really hope you guys are excited for that. It's going to be one massive video. So if you want to go on a thriller and having a chance to watch all the videos in their full entirety, I highly recommend checking out the video and chipping away at it, as I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It was so much fun and I just am speechless, to say the least. It was such a good trip. Like I said, expect pictures to come Expect a lot of content to come. It's absolutely amazing, and I can't thank you guys enough, like I said. So very, very happy with how that turned out. It was absolutely amazing, to say the least. Now, at long last, we'll finally transition into the plans for the rest of December and into the next trip. I know this is kind of off topic, but I kind of want to give you guys the insight because this is the conclusion after all. So let's go over it. So you guys, this is probably coming out the second Tuesday of December. If I had to guess, it may not. I'm not sure. Somewhere in there, maybe the first Tuesday, something like that. But regardless, the next video on the next Tuesday, that'll be the full video that I was just referring to. And then the next Tuesdays, expect a spotting vlog and maybe one other sort of video real life. And maybe the I went to Stillwater recently to catch the American 145. So potentially that will be the video, but be sure to stay on the lookout because there's going to be some awesome videos to come. And then that will transition us into the next round of content, which will be the Florida trip between the 2 American 737s and the 2 CRJ-900s on our Daytona Beach trip through Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. I really hope you guys are excited for it. It was absolutely epic. There was some monumental views, to say the least, from all perspectives. I think we had one fully sunny flight, 2 partly cloudy flights, and 1 overcast flight to a degree, kind of. So there's a lot of variation. There were some great views. It was absolutely outstanding. Some fun moments, some really cool landings, all kinds of fun stuff. So I really hope you guys are excited for that. That content will begin in January. We'll start off the new year with the new trip. So the goal, and things always get messed up somehow, so I'm not gonna, say it's set in stone. But the tentative goal right now is to have all of that complete by April, to have our 4-month segment. And we may have May as a transitioning month, I'm not sure. But outside of that, the future trip plans are unknown to this point. I'm not sure what we're going to be looking like, but I'm sure there'll be a trip in there somewhere where we'll add to the list, whether it's a day trip of sorts next spring or something like that. There will be something. So stay on the lookout for all that content. I really hope you guys are excited for it. And with that, I wanted to also mention, if you guys have any requests, recommendations, and anything along the lines of that, please leave them in the comment section. I do plan on most of the next trip being edited in a new editing software, so there will be some new innovation in that regard. So I really hope you guys are excited for that. And I'm really excited to introduce the new editing as well. I think it's going to be awesome. And there may be some more gems and things throughout that lines, especially if I get some good recommendations. So yeah, if you guys want to see anything particular in trip reports, like maybe some more subtitle stuff or, anything along those lines. And this goes for anything. If you'd like to see alterations to how we format the layover vlogs, takeoff and landings, cruise videos, all that sort of thing, please let me know and we can most certainly do that, because I want to make this content the best that I can for you guys. And I know everybody kind of enjoys different styles. So I want to, mesh everything together to the best of our ability. So with all that being said, that will do it for the conclusion of the Dallas and Phoenix day trip. Unbelievable. It was so much fun, and it's going to be a trip I reflect on for so many years to come. What a fun day trip, and what an amazing way to get back from the pandemic. I mean, it was unbelievable. I sincerely apologize that the trip was broken up in to 2 3-month segments, if that makes any sense. That's kind of an exaggeration. I would say more like 1 1-month session and 2 3-month session, or 1 3-month. Well, yeah, 2 and 2 2-month sessions. That's what I should call it. But regardless, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It was so much fun to produce, and I'm really, really excited for what's to come in the future. The next trip's going to be absolutely awesome. You guys are not going to want to miss out on it, and I really hope you guys are excited for it. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Redriveraviation. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Just process. Do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time as Redriveraviation is signing off. Regardless if you skipped around or watched the full video, I really appreciate it. I really hope you guys enjoyed the full Dallas and Phoenix day trip. So excited, like I was just saying, the conclusion vlog to move over to the Florida stuff and all kinds of great videos to come. Stay on the lookout for that, as that's currently planned to start in January 2022. And with all that being said, I would like to thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I really hope you guys enjoyed them. They were so much fun to make, and I really, really enjoyed them. But with all that being said, thank you guys for watching the full flight. I really appreciate it, or the full trip, I should say. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe, trust the process, do what you love and love what you do. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.